Live.
Yo, 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 it's the Xbox Ghost Kaleidoscope. Back up in this motherfucker on the Direct Deck show, minus the fraud. And we got a full panel today. Don't mind me, I'm a little bit under the weather. Allergies is flaring up. But yo, we got some incredible things to talk about this week. First up to bat, Mr. Intro Media himself, Mr. 100. You'll introduce yourself to everybody.
What's up, y'all? You already know who this is. This is Notorious 100. You know, the person like to get drunk on the boat and in real life on Sea of Thieves. So, you know what I'm saying? You can come try to join us tonight. Cause I'm going to get real fucked up tonight. Buy me another fifth after the show.
Hell yeah. And then we also got the mastermind behind the Gaming Section podcast, Mr. Young Kano himself. Yo, introduce yourself to everybody.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the real Young Kano, the brutally honest gamer, aka Mr. King of giving L's, because I give out 8 L's on a daily basis. You know what I'm talking about? So thanks for having me about to rock and roll with this game of goodness. You dig?
And then we also got the creator of the Heroic Vibrations podcast, Mr. Triple Cup Chuck. Yo, introduce yourself to everybody.
Man, what's good with you, man? It's your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. Man, I'm ready to talk about these games, man. We've been on the game all damn day long, and time went by, and I ain't even realize it. But that's what happens when you're enjoying yourself gaming. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, man. It was a complete time suck, but in a good way. And also one of the original creators of the Direct Deck show. Actually, he came in much later, though, but I still see him as one of the originals. Know what I'm saying? Mr. J-Law 908, you'll introduce yourself to everybody.
What's going on, guys? It's gonna be a good ass show. We got a lot of topics to talk about, positive and negative and controversial. So let's get it cracking.
That's what's up, man. And we also got the most powerful gamer on the planet, Xbot 8, who I know must be excited as hell because they have the Masters of the Universe series now on Netflix. All right, so Xbot, introduce yourself to everybody.
Is that an L?
Yeah,
that's a massive L, bro.
That's all.
He probably ain't got his mic together.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
There we go.
There you go.
Take the L back.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, what's going on, guys? You guys been started or you just got on?
Yeah, we just started.
Oh, you ain't hear us? All right, yo. I just made introductions to you, and I know you must be excited because Master of the Universe is now on Netflix.
Finally, right?
Yeah,
to be honest with
everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Xbot, the world's most powerful gamer, or at least I want to think so. But when it comes to fighting, I suck. No, it's a little secret. But anyway, no, man, it's great to be back. Hopefully, we'll have some nice, positive talking, gaming news, and not feel this exhaustion of negativism that I have to deal with on a daily basis, being stalked by everybody because they just don't like what I got to say. So, yeah, man, it's good to be here with you guys. What's up to the panel? What's up again? And let's get it talking, I guess,
All right, that's what's up, man.
He about had Twitter on fire.
Yeah.
No, I know. I saw Twitter was taking up a beating, though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like tweeting left and right, attacking Mr. Xbot 8, over some fanboy shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? And that's actually the first topic we're going to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Sony released their numbers for Horizon Zero Dawn on how much they made, 7.6, 8 million. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But want to know what's the trippy thing? As Sea of Thieves is about to drop, that's when Sony decides to reveal these numbers.
Right.
So it seems to me like they're trying to take thunder away from Sea of Thieves, which I don't think they're really going to take away any thunder because me and Triple Cup Chuck, Savage, and King earlier, we was playing Sea of Thieves, the beta, all friggin' day, bro. All right? Mm-hmm. I mean, we just got lost in that world. Like, dude, I haven't had a game do this to me since, let's say, Monster Hunter. But, dude, it just totally took me away, man. And, but let's discuss this. You know what I'm saying? Is like, people are saying that they sold 7.6. let's start with you, Hebot, since you had that big, massive Twitter flame war. What's going on with that, man?
Oh well, I mean, it's to be expected. I mean, the game was a new IP first and foremost. It looked interesting from what we saw way back in 2014, I think it was when they first showed it. If I'm not mistaken, if I am, please, someone correct me. And it's good. I mean, it's good because any game that does well is good because it's for the industry itself. Whether you like the game or not, whether you like the console it's on or not, whether you have a preferred console or not, it's good either way because that means that this proves that, yes, exclusives are something people care about still. Yes, single-player games are still have some type of relevancy in the space, just like multiplayer have a relevancy and get bigger and bigger, as you can see with games like PUBG, as you can see with Fortnite, and as you can see now with the Sea of Thieves potential that we're starting to see. And it's all good because that means everybody's happy. All genres are covered. Every generation is covered, and all types of people are going to be happy, and all types of gamers. But the only thing I would say is this, and again, I say things because I try to be realistic and take everything in every different perspective, not because I just want to throw shades or hate on the game. The game is very appealing because a lot of the game's messaging is basically towards negative messaging towards men and more positive towards women, because the whole scenario has to do because of a man fucking up. Okay, to put it in a long story short. So it appealed to a lot of girls, which is cool because, I mean, there's not many games maybe that represent women. But then I go back and think, well, right. But then I go back and think, well, I mean, what was the problem with games like Bayonetta? Or what was the problem with games like Tomb Raider Reboot? Or games like Recore? Or maybe a game like, that had protagonists like that were women, that were also very good games and really didn't get the spotlight. So for me, that kind of, it kind of feels like, well, is it because it's mainly a PlayStation game, or is it because there's an agenda behind the story, or maybe the whole fact that they're trying to depict men as stupid in the game? Okay. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? Or maybe it's just because, it has the typical Sony fashion style where it's, a big novela with drama where you want to cry and you need tissue when you're playing their games on the side so you can wipe your tears, and then you put the controller down for like a good hour before you pick it up to have some combat. And then, and you enjoy it for that. Okay, that's fine. Whatever floats your boat. But I do think that a lot of it has to also do with the success that the success of the game is because it also dropped down in price very quickly, like a lot of games are doing now when they don't sell well off the hip, because the game was $60 at launch, and I believe 4 months later I saw it in my local Best Buys and even in my local GameStops for like $30. I personally bought the game for fucking $20. Okay, brand new, sealed at Best Buys with no coupon, no promotion. That was just the standard price. I see it for $20 now. So obviously it's going to pick up because people will buy games if they're only $20, just like they're going to buy Game Pass because it has all the exclusives for $10, quote unquote, right? So that I think that's a big de facto. Nonetheless, I'm not trying to take away that it's good that the game's so well. It is. It's very good. But I think that's why Phil Spencer mentioned it, that he wants to do games something like a Horizon for Xbox because he knows it's appealing and it's done well and it had success and it had accolades, and he wants to bring that type of praises to games on Xbox as well, especially with this generation. Everything that Xbox does is garbage, according to everybody. Everything Xbox does is basura. Doesn't matter what it is.
According to fanboys, let's just say that, not everybody.
Well, yeah, I guess the media too, but that doesn't help. And also the fact that we don't have diversity on Xbox, but in the Xbox console, you find everything from fighters to first-person shooters, third-person shooters, RTSs to Japanese RPGs.
Well, we do have diversity. We just don't have as many single-player-based games.
The agenda is Xbox needs more diversity. No, what you're saying is Xbox needs more graphical, adult-appealing games with just graphics and no substance. That is what you're really trying to say. that you sit down and watch like an interactive movie because that's what makes you feel like you're playing an adult game. I never knew that gaming was associated by having adult graphics and less gameplay. Game means games. You play them. They need gameplay, as far as I remember. But I guess the narrative is different now. Maybe I'm just too old and don't know any better. I don't know. But that's how I feel about it. But salute, congrats to the game. I'm happy for Sony because it's good that they had success with it. I'm glad that it's going to open the doors now for other people to follow suit, including Microsoft, because they'll give it a chance and probably make more games that are exclusive and open world, or even a single player base, like Arise, or like we had with Dead Rising 3, or like we had with Quantum Break and Alan Wake, just to name a few of the ones we have that are more adult context like. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. But I don't know. It is what it is, man. I'm not getting none of that money, so it don't make me no difference. I know I own the game. I know I played it. I didn't beat it myself completely because I basically let my son do it because I got bored of it. But that's me being honest. But I'm man enough to say that. I don't have to pull no bullshit and lie and say I did when I did it. I'm man enough to do that. I don't judge games and say they're corny without playing them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. All right, good shit. Nice input. Let's go with you want to say something, Triple Cup?
Yeah, I'm itching on this one here about all this fanboy shit. I've been holding it in for a while. I've been really holding this in. But look, check this out. Horizon Zero Dawn selling 7.9 or 7 point whatever they sold. Congratulations, good for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hater. That's a good thing. Even though the game price might have went down, and they're not talking about how much money they made. They're just talking about how many copies of the game they sold. So okay, cool. Mm-hmm. It don't really matter because you can sell 5 games for $10, or you can sell 1 game for $60. Who made the most money? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's simple math like that. But in my mind, when they keep talking about this fanboy stuff, and this was really hurting and getting on my last nerves when they be talking about Xbox don't have no games or Xbox don't have no JRPGs. Mm-hmm, now with the JRPGs, we play them. Saying some people play them. It's not a big genre, but I will say we do have them in some way, form, or fashion. And our venture games, we have all this stuff. We can't be really missed on no topic. But one thing I've been wanting to say, and I've been itching to say this is PlayStation fans keep saying we don't have no JRPGs, but the PlayStation don't have not a single game that's starring a main black character. Like I haven't met not one, and nobody's talking about this. It's not a thing because PlayStation don't have no black character, but it's such a big we racist because we don't have no JRPGs. Come on, man, they don't have no black character on it. Starring on the PlayStation. So why would they say Xbox is the ones that's lacking when we have RTS, we have RPGs.
Oh, you have main characters that are black in Crackdown.
We have all different.
Sergeant Locke.
We have more diversity.
Sergeant Locke and Halo
with the Xbox.
We have Cold Trading Gears.
And I mean, I ain't trying to be racist,
you play as a black character.
It sounds crazy when you have somebody that's African American talking about JRPGs, but haven't brought up not one time about them having a black main character. So anytime I hear this here, they already is the delete button in my brain. So I don't care about what they say if they say anything else after that. And that's just being a straight up honest from perspective.
And I'm glad you said that because you're a black gentleman yourself, and you're not saying it trying to be racist or biased. You're being realistic, and that's why I love and respect you, Triple Cup.
Appreciate that.
That's good shit. Didn't we have one on backwards compatibility come out a little while ago that was kind of like God of War?
Marlo Briggs, yeah. Which is exclusive.
Right? Marlo Briggs, which is not only was he a black character, a black central character, he's the main character of the story, all right? He's not a side character, know what I'm saying? Just like Locke was a main character of Halo 5, know what I'm saying? All right, he's the main character of the story, and his girlfriend is Latino. All right? I mean, I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? This is actually a trip. And I actually enjoyed the game. I still need to get back to it, but guess what? A JRPG pulled me away from it. Monster Hunter World. Wow, shocker, right? On Xbox.
Wow.
All right. And then, and then Final Fantasy 15, like that ain't hit the Xbox. And that other Final Fantasy game out that looked corny as hell didn't hit the Xbox.
For the first time on American system.
Shit,
Yeah,
we just
know what
got.
I'm saying?
We just
And
got
then how
Sword
about
Art.
the other one?
Sword
What was
Art
that other
Online.
one? Sword Art
We got that-
Online,
we got
Fatal
that, like,
Bullet, dude. I'm like itching to pull the trigger on that shit pretty
Yeah,
soon.
We had that
too.
trash
Me
Valkyria
too.
Revolutions.
Valkyria.
Exactly, Valkyria
That
Revolution, Joe.
garbage.
Which the graphics in that game was just people. I mean, I think PS2 games have looked better than this shit.
Damn.
All right, but we still give him a chance. Yo, Jalon played through it, man, and he could completely
I
confirm that it was
unfortunately gave
trash.
it a chance.
Know what I'm
Unfortunately,
saying?
I
He
gave it
actually
a
went
chance.
out and picked it up. And he's like, you know what? This shit is trash. Meanwhile, he played fucking Blue Dragon and fucking destroyed Blue Dragon.
Lost Odyssey.
Finished it because that
I
shit was a
destroyed
AAA
Persona
title by
5.
Microsoft.
I
Right? Know what I'm
destroyed
saying?
Persona 5. I'll admit it. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. But you destroyed Persona 5 as well, man. You put what, 200 hours up into that? 100 hours? Yo, it's ridiculous,
120
man.
something.
Oh, look,
And I'll buy it
120
again if it
hours,
comes to
people.
Xbox.
Oh, definitely, man. I feel you there. But that's just to let you people know. Don't listen to all these fanboys and haters, yo. They just like talking shit out their ass, and they like throwing shade. But if you look at the games that are actually being represented on both consoles, on the Xbox, every genre is represented by Microsoft. On Sony's platform, not every genre is being represented, people. I mean, you want to talk about first-person shooters? What are you talking about? Killzone Shadowfell? Get the fuck out of here, bro. He's like, what, are you talking about the boredom of 1886? Get the fuck out of here, bro. You talking about Bloodborne? How come Sony don't talk about their numbers for Bloodborne? Interesting, huh? I'm just saying. Let's go with you, Kano. What are your thoughts about, the 7.6 million? Because I know you got a PS4 as well. Know what I'm saying? And you took that game and you destroyed it. But you had certain feelings about the game as well. So let me hear your input on this.
I'm glad you finally put me in a pedestal for me to say this. We've been playing that game with a tranny. First and foremost. That's a tranny. You saw the tranny from when that tranny was a little girl. I'm gonna call it to an adult it. So 7.5, congratulations, kudos to them, but there's a conspiracy theory in this. How can this game sell that much and then console sell 70 million? That game should have showed like 20, 30 million. What's up with that though, man? Are these ponies out there selling? Are these ponies out there just getting PlayStation 4s for porn, trying to look up child porn? Because most of them probably are pedophiles. I don't know. You feel me? So other than that, though, from my experience playing the game, the game it's not a bad game. It's a good game. I'll give it that, but it's boring as hell. It's very repetitive.
Thank you, Kano. That I'm not the only one that feels that way. Thank you.
I'm speaking the truth. You heard me. And then the complete edition, they came out for it was like $40, and then they had added a DLC. Yeah, I have the DLC, but I just ain't touched it yet because I don't feel like sitting there bored again, messing with it for right now because I got Monster Hunter to play. You dig? But 7.5, cool. They got their little money. They should have sold more. And people got left that Pornhub on that PS4, man. Go pick this game, make sure it sells more, or any other games, because it don't make no sense for this game to be 7.5. It should have been more. You feel what I'm saying? But other than that, though, man, congratulations. Give a round of applause for them to sell 7.5. Besides, Microsoft gonna come with a counter. You know what I'm saying? Because Microsoft has no choice but to come with a counter to prove a point that we got more games than people think. You feel what I'm saying? So. That's all I gotta say, man. At the end of the day, though, whoever bought the game, have fun playing with the tranny.
Wow. It's kind of crazy, man. Does anybody by chance? I remember the Halo numbers like a month or two after launch. They had confirmed like 5 million. So you guys, could y'all say it's safe to say it's like 9 or 10 by now? Or closing on 9 or 10?
I think it's close 10 million easily.
All right, so let's say if it's sold 10 million, that's 35% of the Xbox fan base that's buying this game.
Right.
While that Horizon Zero Dawn, you're talking about what? 7%, 8%?
Right. Well, they're gonna say, well, Carolina, they're gonna say it's an established franchise. Yes, it is, but your point is we have a smaller fan base and we still went out and bought the game. You know what I mean? As opposed to somebody that supposedly has a bigger fan base, and this is a new game that everybody's supposed to be hyped and excited about. It had a lot of media press and a lot of hype with the media. And still, it didn't do as much numbers. Now, for the developer, it did fantastic. But again, throughout the time cycle, this is a year later, people. The game was $20. It's literally $20 right now. Maybe not in every place, but you can find it in different outlets for $20 for sure.
Now that's a trip though, because in hindsight, if you look at it this way, Call of Duty games, they normally stay at $60 for like 5 years, bro.
Yeah,
Right?
well,
for like 5 years, the motherfucker's gonna be going down.
Yeah, they don't.
Right? So Activision is like, yo, you want this? You gotta pay $60.
Shit, Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto will never go down, drop in price. That's it, $35. That's the cheapest you ever see it. It will never go down more than that.
Yeah, true that.
Hey,
true that.
and that's for a sale too. And after the sale a week, gone.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Triple Cup. Yeah, it'd be on
All
sale.
right.
It's been out what 5 years now.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely. It's been out for a minute.
I think though Red Dead Redemption, when that comes out this year, I think it might go down permanently because Red Dead Redemption is going up and they're going to do a microtransaction.
Yeah, maybe. But remember, Kano, they're going to have that 4K update soon too because they announced it. That's just going to bring fucking awareness to the game again. Watch. They're going to go back and play that shit, especially if it looks nice and they do a lot of shit. Forget it. Everybody's going to be talking about GTA all over again. Trust me, that game can't die. It doesn't die.
Until GTA 6 come out.
Yeah, true that. They'll keep playing it until GTA 6. True that. Let's go with you, Jaylon. I want to hear your input on this Horizon Zero Dawn. You played it, right?
Yeah, I played a little bit of it. I'm gonna start off by, I'm gonna disagree with Xbot. I don't think it was really anti-male or whatever. I didn't really get that. I just got that it was an average game.
Yeah.
I didn't get any of that. It was just an average game with the female protagonist. It's the AI. There were strong males in there. Not every male was a dumbass. But the game is average. The game is average. People are trying to make it out to be, there's this new game, this amazing risk that Sony took to make this game. Like, Assassin's Creed games do well. Far Cry games do well. That's what this is. A real risk would be Sea of Thieves. That's a risk. And that's doing well so far.
Yes.
But, I'm going to give them a congrats. 7 mil is good, regardless of the install base. It's more than the Japanese games they tout. The ratio is pretty decent. 10%. Let's just say. Right. But yeah, it well deserved, I guess. It is a new IP.
Yep.
It just ain't doing anything new, in my opinion. But the media was hyping this game up. They're giving it 9s and 10s and whatnot. Advertisement all over. I was watching baseball one day, and every fucking break was a Horizon commercial.
Right. So look at Hellblade. Look at Hellblade, Jay. Hellblade was a girl protagonist, and it only did 250K.
Well, that's more like an indie. It wasn't.
I know,
really
but I'm saying the girl protagonist is what I'm saying. Games with girl protagonists, because there's not a lot of them. Even something like Heavenly Sword, that should have done better, and it didn't at the time either. That flopped also. But they won't bring it up.
Heavenly Sword.
I think the media did a big part of it, man. And just
I'm
big
saying
hype
it.
that Sony
What I
has
mean
or
by
whatever.
I'm saying it because they never bring it up. Like those games failed. Hellblade really didn't do as well as they wanted to. The developer, it did well, yes. But if you look at it in the long grand scheme of things, it failed. Heavenly Sword failed,
Well, they didn't have the marketing budget that Horizon had. And another
Heavenly Sword 2 over Hellblade. Heavenly Sword 2 should have been over Hellblade. Forget that.
But yeah, I mostly blamed the advertisement and the media and the notoriety that Sony has, that they got the best exclusives. That's what everybody thinks. So people are gonna fall into it.
Yep.
And as to respond to Triple Cup for the black protagonist, let me bring something up about The Last of Us. The game's been out for 5 years. It's gonna be a spoiler right now. Every black character in that game gets killed for no reason. There is the black woman who issues the mission, who says, hey, you got to find this girl so we can operate on her and we could get her cells so we could create a cure with her DNA. And there's a possibility that she might die when she does the operation. What this racist-ass main character does is kill this woman who's trying to save this world. An innocent black woman. He kills this woman to be the last grown man in the world with the little girl who's not even his. So he kills this black woman and kidnaps this little kid so she could be all his. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That sounds
some racist ass shit right there.
That sounds like some racist pedophile type stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And isn't the black girl in Uncharted 4 the bad guy too? She's also part of the problem.
Exactly. And she was played by a white woman.
You
get a white woman to fuck with
it ain't starting to make sense. It's starting to add up.
And they call us.
Naughty Dog's a racist studio.
They couldn't even get a black actress to portray this character, man. That's just foul, man. It's like they're taking acting jobs away from minorities, man.
Yeah,
It's like Sony like issued out a public statement. I remember when that whole controversy welled up and whatnot, and they issued out a public statement. No, she was the best voice actress, dude. I know freaking. I can name off like 10 actresses right now in Hollywood that are black actresses that could have done a better job. Besides the person that actually played her,
probably couldn't afford him.
Man, they could have grabbed somebody off of motherfucking the Disney Channel.
The Disney
It's favoritism, man.
Yeah.
Yo, it's favoritism, bro. Because that's the same chick.
That much money.
That's the same chick they got an infamous Sorry Son.
But you got
she's in a bunch of other Sony games. This chick. So they're just playing favorites.
Crazy, man.
And they're taking jobs away from struggling black
minorities. They're taking jobs away from minorities, man. The same thing happened with going into the movie sense in Hellboy. All right, Hellboy, there's this Japanese villain and whatnot, Daimon, something like that, General Daimon. And he was going to be played by Ed Screens, which was the villain, the guy that played Francis in the Deadpool movie. They gave the job to him. And then he took the job just because it was Deadpool. He didn't really notice the name and whatnot. Then he noticed the name. He's like, dude, this is a Japanese dude. And he's of mixed descent. So he issued a public statement on Twitter saying that he doesn't want to take the job. He's like, he's thankful for the people for offering him the job, but he ain't taking it because he doesn't want to get put out. He doesn't want to put minorities out of a job in Hollywood. And guess who ended up getting the job? The Korean cat from Lost. Remember the show Lost, that Korean dude?
Oh, yeah.
He's the one that ended up getting the job. And I was like, wow, I never even thought about it that way, man. And look at that. I haven't seen this cat in no Hollywood movies. And just because this dude was so generous enough, you know what I'm saying? Plus, he was mixed descent. I got to name that first. He was of mixed descent. He was like, yo, he ain't feel right. So he ended up, reneging on the job. And this dude that actually deserves it ended up getting the job. Now, let's go what you want, honey. Let's hear your input on this Horizon debacle.
I'll put this way, man. I congratulate him. I'm happy the motherfuckers are to go buy a game. I don't care how if it was 20, 40, $60. I'm just happy they did it. They supported the game. Because the last game they supported the motherfucker dude, what, 500 grand? That Hellblade shit. You know what I'm saying? They always say they got all these games, but they don't support them. But
shit, remember Knack 2? Knack 2 sold 3,000 copies only.
Man.
They won't mention that shit.
People talking about Super Lucky. Super Lucky sold more than Hellblade.
Oh, Jesus.
I think Super Lucky sold more than fucking Knack 2 and Hellblade combined.
But my thing is, don't start throwing shit in people's face and sit there like this is, look what this sold. Want to play these numbers. Did y'all motherfuckers even beat the game?
No.
You know what I'm saying? To do something like that. Did have your guys actually even, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I forgot who said this. Somebody said it earlier. You know what I'm saying? I say it too. Just because again, like I said, just because the game so well don't mean it's a great game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That it means it's not great. Just like what I'm saying? It's a fun, like I say with my women, you know what I'm saying? I didn't run into the women that got champion written on their chest don't mean that bitch no winner. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? She can be fine as wine. And she can have one of the shittiest attitudes in the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Or a smelly puff.
I need you to get me mentally up here. Yeah, I need you mentally and emotionally. You know what I'm saying? I'm up to that age. So, I congratulated. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, y'all did it. I finally did what I said y'all to do. But damn, that's one game. Are you gonna do this shit for Detroit? And then like with Chuck, man, my thing is y'all got 75 trillion
pounds.
75 trillion.
Where y'all happy for 7.6? I don't understand. How you gonna throw it in my?
You're cutting off 100, I think.
You buy it.
Yeah, you cutting off.
He wasn't buying.
No, you weren't botting. You weren't botting. You were just
cutting
out.
Hear it. Like you cutting off. Yeah, you were cutting off.
So Halo. I saw somebody say Halo and Gears of War. It beat Halo and Gears of War put together. I said on what fucking planet?
Wow.
What fucking planet? What is this? Earth 2?
Yeah, Earth 2.
What is this?
Multiverse.
What is it? Yeah, this the multiverse. Because I ain't think that shit. You know what I'm saying? But then I saw people I see people sitting there like about Naughty Dog in the games and stuff like that. You're playing through it one time. Most people gonna play through it one time and gonna put it away. Where the replay value is at. Where the replay value at. You know what I'm saying? At it. You know, but I'm glad that they did it. I'm not shitting on them. You know what I'm saying? But don't throw in the face. That's the best thing since sliced bread. You want to start playing these numbers, but y'all don't play no games.
No, and then they don't play the game, and they say the game is ass. No, I didn't play the game, but the game is ass.
I had a pony tell me God of War 4 is better than any Xbox game. Yet this motherfucker ain't playing.
Yeah. The game ain't even come out yet.
The game ain't even out.
The game didn't even come out. Yep.
It's like they talk out their ass, so.
Rise, and is copying the same exact formula as Rise.
Yeah. And so I'm sitting there like, I don't know. That's what you I don't care what you do with your own money. But don't try to sit there and say, you know, just because y'all finally got something that's in layman terms, it ain't really a respectable number when you got, you know what I'm saying, 112 trillion consoles. It don't even up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all bitch about PSN numbers. Well, some people want to play offline. So if people want to play offline, you know, why that motherfucker ain't 20, 30 million strong?
Right.
I get people still don't want to play single player game. I'm like, I'm doing analytics. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand what analytics is. That's called estimation math. You putting this algorithm with, you know what I'm saying? I know I drink a lot, but I am kind of smart too. And that's
100 to add to
what an investor, that don't mix to me.
100 to add to what you're saying. Remember, they want to use logic when it comes to Sony, but when it comes to Xbox, we're corporate slaves. We're not actually using logic. You see what I'm saying? That's how everybody is when you talk to them. When it comes to the fanboys and the Sony fanboys and the stupid media, agenda shit. That's my problem. You know, when it comes to Xbox, oh no, you're not using logic. You're just being a fanboy. But when it comes to Sony, no, that's logic. That's logic.
All right, well, here's some logic for these ponies, yo. It's like Horizon Zero Dawn sold 7.5.
Slow cut.
That's all I can say, yo. All right, you got 75 million sold. You only sold 7.5, 7.6, whatever it is, right? That's kind of sad because what does that tell you? That everybody prefers, at least on PlayStation, to play multi-plats.
Yeah.
That's what they're playing, people.
Yeah.
Look at the top games. Look at the top games on PlayStation right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see Battlefield. You're gonna see Call of Duty. You're gonna see Overwatch. You're gonna see what is it? Battle Royale, Fortnite. You're gonna see Fortnite up in there. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all ain't got no PUBG. All right. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna see a whole bunch of multi-plats. That's also on Xbox. All right.
Well, at least when you go on Xbox,
on our countdown, you actually see. Give me a second. On our countdown, you actually see games like Halo, Gears, PUBG, and guess what? They're exclusive to the Xbox. And in the case of PUBG, for the time being, and who knows if that actually ends up being full-blown exclusive. All right. Now, on your countdown, though, there ain't no Horizon Zero Dawn because people already done played that shit already. All right, and then they sold it the following week. Or the following 2 days after, depending on how long they took with it. Now, me personally, I played Horizon Zero Dawn at my cousin's crib. It's all right, man. It reminds me of Assassin's Creed, but personally, I think Assassin's Creed Origins was better. All right, and my cousin actually put like 150 hours into Assassin's Creed Origins, doing everything. All right, everything in this game, and he had 40 hours in Horizon Zero Dawn. I guess one game, there's more meat to one game than there is to the other, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I understand, why people gravitated to Horizon Zero Dawn. Obviously, you got a female protagonist. They're not as well represented. I've talked to a lot of females that actually did pick up Horizon Zero Dawn, that actually enjoyed the hell out of it. And it's okay for what it is, you know what I'm saying? But it's not the next best thing since sliced bread, people. Right? There's just too many games out there on the market. All right? It's just another game that you can get. All right. Now, if I was to get a PS4, I might pick that up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to pick that up for dirt cheap. All right. Because those are the prices. They just go down too damn quick. All right.
But why didn't buy the DLC? I had a person hit me up on the interweb. Was like, no one purchased the DLC. I see nobody playing the DLC but me. This is from the Sony channel.
Wow.
I have modes in the Sony
That's
channel.
how much they love the game, right?
But when Tomb Raider came out, I got all the Tomb Raider DLC.
Dude, I bought
Halo,
the
I
Game of
get
the
it for
Year
free.
edition. I mean, not the
Uh,
Game of the Year edition, but the edition with all the DLC.
Yeah.
I got that. You know what I'm saying? I paid for that because that game, you know what I'm saying? I love, and that's
Great
straight
stuff.
single player. Ain't no multiplayer.
Yep.
Yep. Halo, I got all that. I got it for free. Uh, Gears of War, I got it for free. If that game is so if Marlo Briggs had DLC, I would buy the shit.
Hell yeah. I
But that's
feel
how
you on
much I
that
like
one.
the game.
Shit,
But
Marvel Bridge
why
is
they didn't support the
fucking
DLC?
dope.
Game is
Yeah,
important.
if you didn't, if you, my thing is, if you didn't
When
buy the
did the
DLC,
DLC come out? 100?
man, I
November.
think shit, nobody bought
Like
that shit.
November?
Yeah,
Oh,
November.
they ain't buy because they went out to buy Battlefield, yo.
Yeah,
That's why they ain't buy it.
they cheated on their wife.
they
Hmm.
yo, they'd rather get a multi-plat than actually support something from Sony. All right, because like y'all brought up Hellblade, 250,000. Even though it was an indie, right? The graphics was dope as hell.
He
Right
made,
now,
he made Playground
the
so long.
gameplay wise though, that's another story entirely, right? That's another story entirely as far as gameplay, and I agree with Kano. They should have did a Heavenly Sword too, right? Because that's a game I'm sure a lot of people would have picked up, all right? And it wouldn't have sold no 250,000. It would have sold a couple of million easily. So let's go on to the next subject and whatnot. Um, they was talking about Detroit, right? Detroit supposedly a graphical downgrade for this game, a massive graphical downgrade. Now, it's not the first downgrade I've ever seen from a Sony game. I mean, they have a history of it. Everybody remembers that Killzone trailer from a while back, right? For Killzone 2, where that shit looked like fucking CG graphics. And I'm like, there's no way in hell that's the game. No, no, that's the game. I was like, how do you know that's the game? Because Sony said so. All right. We all saw what that game ended up looking like. It was nothing even remotely similar. All right. As a matter of fact, Watch Dogs, the original Watch Dogs, looked better than Killzone 2 actually did. All right. As far as like downgrades and whatnot are concerned, because that's how incredible that first trailer was. Now, supposedly, the same shit is happening to Detroit. And we did see a graphical downgrade in that new God of War. And no matter how freaking fanboys want to paint the new God of War and all this shit, fuck it. It reminds me of fucking Rise, Son of Rome. The camera, everything, all right? Because that's the first God of War that has that type of third person perspective camera. And it's similar to Rise, Son of Rome, something that I've played at the beginning of this generation on the Xbox One. All right. And the graphics in that game was up to par, if not on the same level as Uncharted 4, which I got like what, 3 or 4 years later? All right, whatever, man. But let's go with you. As a matter of fact, let's go with you, Triple Cup. What are your thoughts on the graphical downgrade in Detroit?
I mean, with Sony, they actually can move the goalposts without having to have no backlash. So of course they gonna come out and they gonna make a game look extra beautiful, knowing what I'm saying, gamers have a very short attention span. So they know they're showing their game 3 years ahead of
Especially
time. They
their
see it,
fans.
then you see it again. They slowly downgrade it, and they know that nobody gonna pick it up and talk about it and really say what's going on because everybody watching Microsoft, so they could take something they found out for E3 off of E3 trailer and take it and try to analyze and see if it's 1080p running at 60 frames. But when it comes to Sony, they not even looking at it and gonna even second guess it or question it. That means Sony can actually get away with all this knick-knack stuff. And I believe they let them get away with this knick-knack stuff because of Sony in such a rut right now. One misfire can actually sink their ship. I mean, my bad. I got to use some Sea of Thieves reference, but one miss
Nah,
one misfire could sink their ship. So I'm looking at them as in okay, they let them slide a little bit too much. Where Sony feel like they could pretty much do anything, hype you about anything, and if the game don't come out, you just don't hear about it because they announced it so far ahead. And when they do downgrades, they downgrades could drop from they could do something at 1400p on what I'm saying with the stuff that they have with the Pro, but then they downgrade it to 1080p or maybe 30 frames. And what I'm saying? People ain't gonna say nothing, no matter if it's even though Detroit is like I like what 100 say, it's just a Telltale's game. that with better graphics. So they was banking on the graphics. So they was doing it to show you, make it look how good it looks. But then that's why they downgrading it now, and they know that they ain't gonna get no backlash. So they was able to get away with that amongst the people because ponies never say nothing about Sony. See, that's their downfall. They don't know they actually hurting themselves. I mean, it's not us that's getting hurt by Sony down showing you one thing and giving you something else. Well, if we playing on the Xbox, it's not hurting us. But you know what I'm saying, us being, you know what I'm saying, gamers and people on PlayStation, even don't know it, they like our brethren, even though they like the brother that you out, the little brother that you always get into it with, they think that he gonna want to always want to fight the big brother when the big brother try to tell him right from wrong. And if we say, hey, look, man, that game got a downgrade, man, y'all might need to get on Sony about that. Instead of them getting on Sony about that, they'll say, oh, you an Xbot. I would be like, okay, well, cool then. You played a game that should have been 1400p and the graphics are downgraded to 1080p, or actually just the lighting of the reflections and, you know what I'm saying, just the color patterns might have downgraded. You know what I'm saying? It just any little thing. If you try to tell them about it, if they don't want to hear it, you know what I'm saying, bless their heart. If that's what they want to play, let them go ahead and watch they they cartoon porn.
Damn. Well said, yo. Just to put things into perspective, people, though, man, the PS4 Pro is a joke, man. The reason I'm saying that, because Fortnite Battle Royale, that shit runs on the Pro at 1080p 60, but yet on the X, it runs at 4K 60. All right? That's fucking like 4 times the fucking resolution, people. That's like twice the motherfucking power. But I just wanted to put that out there. So, Jaylon, what are your thoughts on this Detroit downgrade?
I'm actually shocked because God of War, that's an actual game. So I
know,
can understand
right?
why a game would get downgraded. And the downgrade, it is a downgrade, but it's not as severe as this one. Surprisingly, this is a game where this is an interactive movie that is pretty much
It's a walking
nothing
simulator.
No, not even. I don't even think you walk. It's an in-engine.
Oh, shit.
The most you do is probably walk.
Wow.
But you probably can't even move the camera 360. Because I remember playing that Beyond Good and Evil, Beyond Two Souls, whatever.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, you couldn't move the camera 360.
No,
It was like
no,
kind of
no.
top down, kind of, and it was fixed pretty much. Maybe in some parts, but the point is there's not much to render. Usually, most of the game it's one angle, so they don't have to render what's to the left of you, to the right of you, what's behind you. They just have to render what's in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Like cutscenes usually look better than games because again, you don't have to render an entire map.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, a game like this getting downgraded, I don't know what it says about Sony, but it's pathetic, man. And it might be probably the biggest downgrade since Killzone and Motorstorm.
Yeah.
But yeah, there ain't much to say, man. Even your interactive movies are getting downgraded. That's just sad, bro.
I don't think the PS4 Pro is like they try to put so much graphical finesse on their characters and whatnot that the gaming engine actually takes a hit. Because I'm gonna list off another walking simulator, Until Dawn. That game used to drop to like 20 frames per second, bro. And there's not anything really going on, yo. And it's dropping to 20 frames.
17.
I'm like, dude, this shit should have been right. If it would have been on Xbox, it would have been running at 60 at 1080p, and it might have been dynamic scaling, but it would have been running at 60. All right, but yet on the PS4, you got the game that's barely hitting 20 frames per second. A walking simulator with nothing really going on. But, oh, well, I digress. You know what I'm saying? Kano, what are your thoughts on this graphical downgrade for Detroit?
Oh, say that one more time.
What are your thoughts on this graphical downgrade for Detroit?
Oh, plain simple. Quantum Break looks better than that game right now.
I don't know about all that, but that's your opinion.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah, you're right, though, because the X version, yeah, hell yeah, the X version, is that not running in 4K?
Yeah. Basically.
Oh.
So basically what I'm saying is, man, and my problem with Sony is, bro, when the game is first introduced to the world, it should stay looking like that when it's completed, when the game is 100% completed, instead of downgrading. The engine that's behind that game, the tech behind that game, is not nothing compared to the X right now. You feel me? Ain't for the rest of this generation. So there should be no reason for them to say that the PlayStation Pro is a powerful console and they're not utilizing the tech behind that Pro. And graphically, it looks that bad like that. You should have stayed where it was at when they first announced it. Same thing with God of War. Should have stayed how it was when they first announced it. So you got to look at it as it's Sony's fault for what they're doing, and the developers' fault being lazy of not continuing on using the graphical structure with that game or both of them games. So it's just a tragedy that them games, the way they're gonna come out and how it's gonna come out, it might sell, yeah, because that's walking similars to a lot of people. A lot of people like that type of game, but they should have stuck to their gun and stick to their guns and kept it going with that same style of graphical infrastructure with that game, and that's their fault. You dig?
Yeah. True that, man. It is their fault completely. And to put things better into perspective, people, a couple of years back, Microsoft showed off a trailer for Halo 5, which was a Master Chief in the middle of the desert. You know what I'm saying? And then we ended up getting Halo 5 Guardians, right? The minute the opening started, that you saw Agent Locke's face and all the other characters in the game, my jaw dropped. All right? Man, just the graphics in this game alone destroy at least 99% of the games on the Sony platform, yo. All right? Just the graphics, people. Gameplay is another thing, because there's no game as tight as on fucking Halo. All right? You guys ain't got one game that has gameplay like fucking Halo at all. I mean, you can pull out every fucking thing out the fucking cupboards. Y'all don't have anything that matches Halo's gameplay. All right? Y'all could say Destiny is a nice substitute, but even Destiny is not on the same graphical level as Halo 5 Guardians, people. As a matter of fact, it's not on the same graphical level as Halo 4. And that was the last gen game. All right. But let's go with you, 100. What's your input as far as like the graphical downgrade for fucking Detroit?
Oh man, you know what? I've been getting motherfuckers been hitting me up. Detroit this, Detroit that. This shit is the best thing since sliced bread. And I've been saying from day one. First day I saw Detroit, when I knew it was, I said it's a fucking $60 Telltale game. Now it's people in the gaming streets just sitting there like Xbox needs something like that, and because the dude snatched a little girl or something like that and all that other shit. That's fine and dandy, but I think I could do a whole lot of shit with the Batman Telltale game. You know what I'm saying? I didn't fuck cat women. Now, if you ain't played the shit, I might spoil a little something. Tells you the Riddler is raw than a motherfucker. He buck 50 and motherfuckers in the throat and all type of shit. This ain't the Riddler that we know. A whole different Riddler. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm gonna sleep with this fucking reporter. I got choices too, but guess what? I paid for that shit. And I don't give a fuck about the shell. To me, you got to tell me the story. You know what I'm saying? It's a story. When you play that, it's really about the story.
Oh yeah.
It's about the story. So
look at the price point too, though.
Yeah.
Episode
$25. $25? I'll do that. You trying to tell me to spend $60? That story better be greatest. Now I looked at the trailer. It said you can play 3 different characters and all that. I don't give 2 fucks. You know what I'm saying? But that's not going to make me go sit there and say, you know what, I'm going to spend $60 on that game. No. Let's keep it a buck. That shit's finna get what you call it. That shit is about to get you know,
red box.
Red box like a motherfucker. Red box, game fly, and everything. They gonna beat it in one night. I beat this game and I got a golden trophy. Okay, so did you enjoy it? But I played it. This is the best game. This and that. Telltale's been making story games like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? From man, I'm mad that they finna end The Walking Dead. I'm man, this is gonna be the last one. I'm mad because that story is great. Even when I even played, I'm mad that they discontinued Tales of the Borderlands. They wasn't gonna make another one because they had
hell yeah, man. I feel you on that one.
Was fire. And I'm like, oh, why you got to do this shit? And you know, sometimes I'm like, Microsoft, man, go get that motherfucking exclusive, man. Get that next one exclusive, man. Even the one with Rock, I can't think of that one. With
Wolf Among Us is gonna be good.
Wolf Among Us. Wolf Among Us was crazy. I didn't know because I thought the shit was on some kiddie bullshit until I ended up buying that mega pack that was on dirt cheap during Christmas time a couple of years ago. I got all that shit. I got all that shit for fucking $30. Yeah, I got Wolf Among Us. And my boy Tech, shout out to him. He was telling me, yeah, he was sitting there like, man, you need to Play this shit. And I got hooked. Now, only one I'm disappointed in Telltale's the only one I'm disappointed is the no, I'm not disappointed in that.
I about say I like
the Guardians of the Galaxy. I ain't I ain't been back to
no,
that shit.
you tripping. You tripping, Bone. I played episode 1 and 2, and it was straight.
I ain't feeling it. I mean, I ain't went back to play. I might go back to play it. I'm gonna go back to play it tonight.
Dude. The first episode, I blew through it quick as hell. The second episode really tugged on my heartstrings when I started seeing some of Rocket's history and past. I was like, wow.
Okay,
so I was like, it made me understand Rocket Raccoon a little bit more. So now I understand why he's like that, the way in the movies and shit like that. He's such an asshole. You discover why,
so
man.
Gotta be, yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually pretty cool. I'm on episode 3 right now, but trust me, it gets better. It picks up.
The Walking Dead. I want to say one thing to Tall Tales or whatever. One thing, y'all bet not. I don't care what y'all do. Y'all bet not kill Clementine. I'm gonna be pissed. Man,
yeah, that's my ride. That's my ride or die. That's my young ride or die. If I gotta go to war, she down for the cause.
That's the only person I think that would be the first video game that would make me cry. If she died, I think that'll get me. Season 1 and
I can imagine. It'll get a lot of people though, because a lot of people have a lot of love for Clementine. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that we saw her actually grow up as well. You know, from that little innocent girl in the first game to the what is it, a young teenager that she is, or a young adult in the third game. That I was like, wow, man, that's like a nice, you know, a nice freaking gradual upgrade. I was like, cool.
But look how Clementine has done. Clementine has more balls than some of the men in the story.
Yeah, definitely.
Like she been with that life. She got shit taken away from her. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't never played, man, and perfect example, man. I ain't fin, you know, I don't cry at funerals, but when my man got taken out in the first one, I was kind of mad. Like, damn, we could have survived to the second one.
Hey, you know that fatal question they asked, do you kill him?
We tried. Yeah. So my thing is too. I know people that went back and played it to see if they could keep his ass alive. It ain't no possibility. They went back to try to keep my man alive.
He he turned into a zombie, or you shoot him and save his dignity. But man, that's a choice that, man, you know how hard that is to make, to actually say, well, I'm gonna kill you. You help raise me to save your dignity, or watch you die and lose.
He went through some shit for real, man.
Yeah, that man. Bad.
That's deep storytelling, people. Now we're not knocking Detroit as far as saying that it might not have deep storytelling.
It probably has something like that.
Yeah, it probably does have some deep storytelling, because that trailer that they showed with that little girl that was getting abused, that made a motherfucker want to beat somebody up, all right? Easily. What we're fucking judging is the price tag. All right, $60. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but you know, something that you could get just
that
as
should
good.
be $10.
But no. Just as good in a $25 Telltale game. So I would say $40, yo. If you want to throw top quality graphics like that, even though y'all downgraded it, you know what I'm saying? And we understand, you know, Sony just tends to show these trailers where, you know, they look amazing and whatnot, but then when the game actually comes out, you're like, wow, this is not what I seen at the Sony E3 press conference.
No.
Have they been lying to me? Evidently so.
It's not like they ain't done it before.
Oh yeah, they done it. They have a history of it, people.
That's why I call the motherfuckers the company of smoke and mirrors. I say that shit. You know, smoke and mirror. They go show you that shit, but then you go, oh, like I swear, oh, that game was running on they get that mark, so that game was running on a PC and this and that. No, when I
want to know what pisses me off behind it? All the people that caused that ruckus over Crackdown 3, was that not the same graphics we had seen at E3?
Same shit.
Yeah.
So why all of a sudden, oh, this shit looks like trash? It's the same shit you done seen before.
No. Now
they downgraded. It's the same shit you saw.
Now they say it's too shell shaded. Where's where's the graphic? Where's the snap? I'm like, fool. I played Super Lucky Tales the other night, right? That shit look good than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It kind of like pops out.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
It pops out. It's what I was talking to. I think I was talking to Knuckles. Shout out to my man Knuckles. And I told him, like, you know what? It felt like they were using Super Lucky Tales. What was that? What's you call? They got we got the build games and stuff like that. And they got canceled. The little app that we had, we got to build games and everything.
Yeah.
Project Spark.
Project Spark. It looked like that's
yeah.
Project Spark.
From Project Spark.
You can still play.
Yeah,
if you have it.
but it looked like Project Spark, but they put money behind it and they upgraded Project Spark and they use, you know what I'm saying, like somebody can come in and they already had a foundation. That's what I can use.
Yep. Actually, somebody told me Super Lucky's Tale was like, oh, that's a VR game. I was like, nah, bro. They added new levels, new gameplay. They actually expanded the game.
It's a whole sequel.
This is not the same VR game that you actually played on PC, which you didn't play on PC. All right? Because you're over here telling me, oh, that's that VR game. Have you played it, the VR game? No. All right, then. Then you don't know what the fuck is in this game, Super Lucky's Tale. If you would have actually fucking read press briefings from the actual developers, you would have found out how much more new shit was added into this game. But continue on it. I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, so but my thing is like, damn, y'all want to go into this? To me, it's more about gameplay for what the fuck it look. I play one fucking indies all goddamn day. I play fucking shoot from fucking shooters and all type of shit. But damn, it's about the gameplay. You can have all the graphics in the world, but when you show some shit and you go renege on it, I'm calling bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They did that to a whole lot of games. Call bullshit on it. PlayStation Nation, call bullshit on it. Like, you showed me this, but this ain't what I'm finna get. And you want to spend $60 on it? Man, I hope that motherfucker go.
Yeah, the laugh at Super Lucky's Tale for being 30.
Yeah, I know, right?
And then, like I said, I got it because it came in Game Pass. I was gonna wait for it to go down because I like I say, I love women, Xbox, you know what I'm saying, and alcohol. You know what I'm saying? And I can't, I need time. I don't got enough time. So I said, well, I'll get Lucky Tales when it's like 15. They're gonna throw it in. And I grab it. And I play with it. If Lucky Tales was on Nintendo, the motherfucker would be probably sealed about 10 motherfucking million.
Yeah. I would.
It kind of is on Nintendo, bro. The Mario they had on the Wii U plays just like Lucky's Tale. Hebot could attest to this, right?
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
No. Lucky's Tales is garbage.
Chill. I wanted to add something really quick, though, man. It's a trip, right? It's $30 and shit for Super Lucky's Tales, right? And it's just sad, man, because how much was Knack 2?
That was 40. I'll give him that. It was 40.
40 for a game that sold 3,000. That's a freaking shame, yo. And then compare the graphics to Super Lucky's Tale. It was $30, right? Now, wasn't that a better purchase than Valkyria Revolution, that JRPG that looked like ass, that had some PlayStation 2 graphics?
Oh, for sure, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That game should have been $20, right, J-Long? That should have been a $20 game right out the gate.
I think it should have been.
They ain't put no budget in it.
Trash, yo.
They ain't put no budget in it. Now let's go to the king of indies himself, Mr. Xbot 8. Let's find out what's your take on the graphical downgrade to Detroit and your input on some of the things you wanted to add.
Well, first of all, let's go back to Quantic Dream's back record, right? I remember Indigo Prophecy debuting on the OG Xbox first, then being ported over to the PS2. And that's probably to this day one of their best games, right?
Yeah. Let's
go see the numbers and sales. Somebody could look for them for, Heavy Rain and Beyond.
Oh, this might be good.
And the remasters of the remasters, right? Because they also remastered or re-released in remastered form, yet the remastered one had worse graphics and worse frame rate than the one on PS3. And if you don't believe me, go to Digital Foundry. Okay?
Wow.
So if you're going to go by their track record, Detroit is dead on arrival. It's not going to sell. Okay? Now, the only way I see that it will sell, I don't give a fuck if it's graphical downgrade or not. Ain't nothing going to save that game if you go by the track record. The only way that it will sell is because of the hype that everybody tries to do with PlayStation games since it's exclusive, and they try to go buy it. But then you're going to go look something like GT Sport and Knack 2 and Hellblade, you're like, well, maybe not, you know. So I don't know. Now, my only defense and argument is what you guys already touted and already spoke on very thoroughly and wisely. The game is a interactive movie. I don't give a fuck how you want to spin it. I don't care how you want to say it. It's an interactive movie with top quality mocap. And that's the reason why you're getting the downgrade. Because you're getting mocap. You're getting mocap that's super expensive, super glorified. So every character looks so real, they almost look like Play-Doh and plastic because they got so much mocap in that shit. But then the backgrounds look downgraded because that's all they invested, the graphical details, which was in the character model, which is understandable because the game is narrative. You sit there and you see a lot of people dialoguing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But you also notice,
just to add something real quick. Yeah, I played through some parts of like Uncharted 4, and some of those scenes in the background, the buildings, they look like cardboard, bro.
Terrible. Yeah.
All right, they look literally like cardboard. I'm like, wow, it's like the vegetation looks dope. The people look dope. But then you see the buildings in the background, they look like fucking cardboard cutouts, people.
It looks like this is what it looks like. No, this is what it looks. No, you're good, Clyde. What it looks like, all PlayStation games, I tell people, they look like a beautiful Bob Ross painting that looks beautiful but has nothing going on. And the only thing that actually moves are the characters. That's what their games will look like, right? Until they do their set pieces or whatever. Now, am I saying that I want Detroit to be a bad game? No, I don't, because it could be a hell of a story with deep narrative and, you know, a real deep story, which will be fun. Am I saying the game is going to be trashed? Tampoco. No, I'm not. But I am going to speak realistically. It is not a game with gameplay. It is a push a button prompt and you activate an action scene that you watch for 15, 20 minutes and then move the controller left and right. That's it. That's what you do.
Yeah, it's a Telltale.
So those games don't justify the $60 price tag because Telltale games at the very most are $25. Granted, Telltale games are stylized. They look like comic books. Yes, I get it. But that's why Telltale also mentioned and announced not too long ago that from this point forward, they're going to make their games more graphically enhanced, meaning more realistic. Oh, look, my son said they're going to start using a third-party, more realistic engine for their games. So don't like Unreal. My son just told me, and he knows the link to the article, so I can link you if y'all don't believe me. So, you know, basically that means they want to do games with graphics that look just as good as a AAA game with their style of games, which is great. I don't know, which is great. But again, like I said, that graphical, you know, vertical slice, they've been doing this since Final Fantasy VII on PS2. Okay, when they were showing the CG trailers and everybody jaw dropped thinking that was the game, like, oh my fucking god, look at the graphics
or the battles.
Oh my god, look at those battles. Thank you, Jay. And then when everybody went and played the game, the motherfucker looked like a Nendroid when you were playing that shit. On top of pre-rendered Mortal Kombat
he had
style
Popeye
background.
arms, bro.
Listen,
he had Popeye arms.
Exactly. On top of pre-rendered, which is what they would call those photo. That's what they use, that technique where they would take a real person.
It's a staple from Resident Evil.
Bro. Right. That's how the background image. They all look like Resident Evil, like pre-rendered with a little stubby Nendroid character named Cloud, and you walked around in this world. Okay? And motherfuckers like, what the fuck is that? And then when I tell them that something like Panzer Dragoon Orta was a hell of it, way ahead of his time because it was completely in 3D sprites and polygons on the Saturn, which it was, okay, fully rendered world where you walked around and it almost felt like an open world RPG at that time. They're like, you're crazy! Final Fantasy rocks! When it was turn-based. And yet, Panzer Dragoon Orta wasn't, or Saga. You see what I'm saying? It was turn-based, but it had
Panzer Dragoon Saga, yeah. But even before that, though, just Panzer Dragoon 2, Sway.
Yeah,
man, that 3D camera, the way you can swivel that around. I mean, just the gameplay in that shit was sick. But yeah, Saga, destroyed Final Fantasy. Yo, it's a
That's what I
shame
told
that.
people at the time. They called me crazy. Okay, like they still do today. You're crazy. Super Lucky Tales is trash. But yet you want to say Mario is amazing. Listen, if you like Mario, you cannot say you hate Super Lucky
Yo,
Tales.
if they check this out though, if they say Super Lucky Tail is trash, name me one exclusive PlayStation game that's better.
Well, they according to
Knack
somebody
ain't.
today, they said Knack was. And
And how
so
much
100
did that
no,
sell,
no.
people?
And I'm like, what? Are you nuts? The
How much
camera
did it
alone in
sell?
no, put it this way, they were trying to say Gravity Rush was better. When Gravity Rush has the most horrendous
Not with those controls.
goddamn
Shit.
controls
Oh
and camera
my
that I've ever
gosh.
fucking seen in my life. Okay, and played. Gravity Rush gameplay and controls and camera are fucking horrendous. The game is cool when you're on the land that you fight, and the graphic style looks really pretty. Even the main character shit
The
looks dope.
combat's kind of shit though.
But the
Yeah.
combat's right. It just feels very simple. You could tell that it was a PS Vita game that was repurposed with the sequel to be ported on PS4 because Vita was dead. And that's
Yeah,
a fact.
exactly.
But, you know, people won't admit to that, obviously, especially the Sony fans. But I will do that because I love calling the bullshit. Now, so Detroit, you know, like I said, I hope it does better than all their previous games because if we go by their track record, like I said, the game is dead on arrival. And yes, people probably say, Heavy Rain sold 5 million. I said, yeah, I know. It sold 5 million when it was $15 and $10. The price should have been since the release, and that's why people went and bought it because it was only $10. That's obvious, you know, and that makes a lot of sense. But initial release, when you make the real money and the developers make the real profit, was when it first launched. And when it first launched, the shit didn't sell. It flopped. It's that simple. So, you know, I hope it doesn't happen with Detroit. I hope it sells at least 1 million, at least, you know, so the developers can do something. Because at this point, I only give a fuck about the developers, not really about, you know, the fanboy shit or whatever. But I wanted to ask you guys, I've never heard, and people keep bringing this up, they keep saying that the game was never brought to Xbox, meaning Heavy Rain, because Microsoft turned it down because they didn't want adult context games like that or some shit. Does anybody know if that's any validation to that? Because I've never seen it. But that's what I keep hearing. That's what I'm saying, but I keep hearing that.
I've heard that before. I saw an article about it.
But you heard that from Microsoft himself said that, or like articles?
I heard that from articles.
But from Microsoft themselves, they confirmed that, or you don't know?
I'm like, if it ain't come from the horse's mouth, don't believe it.
Right. Well, I'm like that too, Kano. That's how I feel. But you know.
Well, that's what Quantic Dream said. David Cage said that.
Oh, did he? Okay, then it has some validation. Okay, I mean, all right. But I mean, I don't know. I guess.
Well, that's when Don Matrick was focusing on Connect demos and shit. So.
Oh, okay. That could be the reason too. Yeah. Okay.
Like people want to glorify the 360 days, but they're forgetting about the Connect demos era and shit. Like that's when Halo, Gears, and Forza was all we had. You know.
Yeah.
Well, they were new.
The last few
to the
years of the
generation.
360.
I mean, 4 Gears.
Actually, Halo, Gears, Forza, and Fable.
Right, Fable.
Right, and Fable.
All right, there was 4 franchises back then, people.
Fable's making his return.
Yep, and supposedly Fable's coming back, people. You know what I'm saying? And we already have a couple of new exclusives that started off this generation. I'm sure we'll see another Killer Instinct. All right, I mean, that's a given. But that's neither here nor there, though. Let's talk about more exclusives. You know what I'm saying? Me and Triple Cup Chuck, we were playing today the beta. We had never played this before. You know what I'm saying? The beta for Sea of Thieves. And the gameplay, people, yo, it's official, man. I gotta say,
you like it? You like it?
Dude, me, Triple Cup, Savage, and King, we were playing this shit all friggin' day. All right? I mean, dude, just time just escaped us. We didn't realize what time it was. But before I get into my aspects of the story, let's go with Triple Cup himself. So, Triple Cup, what are your thoughts on, like, you know, everything involving Sea of Thieves? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, everything that you experienced in this game. What are your thoughts?
Man, first when I first was playing it, you know, like how you said, me and you, this was our first time ever even touching the game, turning it on. And I was like, well, I wanted to see if I was gonna get seasick or get nauseated, because I'm like one of the people that get nauseated, and I was hearing a lot of people saying, Oh,
Yeah, you
Sea of
get
Thieves
motion
got a
sickness.
good game, but
Said
I
that.
get
I remember you said that. Yeah.
yeah, and Sea of Thieves. A lot of people saying it was getting nauseated. So I said, well, look, I was gonna play the game and see if I get nauseated, and I let people that suffer under this the circumstance of being nauseated and let them know like the what it do and what it don't do about that. So I'm getting on there and I get to playing it. We get to have fun. I'm seeing they getting drunk. I'm like, well, I'm gonna get drunk with them too, but we finna go run do this mission. We got Savage Carter doing one thing. We got King doing something else. We got Collider. He's stirring the boat. He really whipping it. We getting close to the thing. Hitting it. It's like it was generally the
Fun.
word fun. That's what that game is, and it's like you can't take nothing from it. It's not no perfect game right now. It's still in beta, but I enjoyed it. I had fun. It was so fun. I heard somebody say, Horizon Zero Dawn sold 7.9 million. I'm like, man, this Sea of Thieves is fun. Man, look at the sunrise. Look how the sun touching the water. The specks of the water.
What were your initial thoughts when you first played it, Chuck? What was your first comment to me?
Man, to be honest with you, I can't remember, but I knew it had something to do with it. Man, this is a beautiful ass game, or it's amazing, or I'm having fun. I could tell you, I know.
Yo, you was talking about how clean the graphics look.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Man, the graphics is amazing. Yeah, people talking about little kitty. No, it don't. Once you play this game, your character, I'm gonna be honest with you, the character, when you first create your character, he do look kind of cartoonish, but it fits. But when you get into this world, it almost look photorealistic, as in how you say
how
clean
the
it
world
looks,
flows.
like the way it flows and it looks smooth.
Basically, it's like Fortnite. It's like Fortnite, but taken to that next level.
10.
Yeah, no,
Fortnite
don't doubt.
times 10. Hell yeah, man. I gotta give it to him. That game is beautiful. And this was my first time playing in the water. Man, I couldn't stop talking about it. We're on a mission. I'm steady talking about the water. I go climb on top of the thing to talk about the water. Like, man, it was amazing. And that's the long way.
The game looks and feels like a Nintendo game.
Yeah,
dude,
it do.
It's some next level thing. Everything that they did with the world just like completely blew me away. I even commented to Triple Chuck, you know what I'm saying, and Savage while I'm playing the game and looking at the waters itself, the way the water was flowing, the way it was rippling, you know what I'm saying, in the wind and all this stuff. And I was like, wow, that's next gen, not some flowing chest hairs on a man's body. All right.
Hey,
that seemed like next gen to me. I have never seen water like that. Never. We've played so many games, people, that have water effects, games where the water looks really good, but Sea of Thieves is some next level shit, people.
Hey, tell them about the storm we
co-op.
with a boat.
Oh no, yeah, we're gonna get into that. Yo, the co-op is on a whole nother level, just like the way Chuck broke it down. Chuck was in the mast all the way at the top of the ship. He was our lookout. Looking out, telling us where everything was going. Know what I'm saying? Savage, he's the one that would give me the coordinates to the map. All right. And I was like, yo, Savage, what's our bearing? And at first, it's easy to get into because the controls, it's like they streamlined it. So after like an hour or so, yo, you're going to be fucking playing beautifully on this game. After a while, Savage was like, oh, yo, go southwest. And I noticed there's a compass on my right-hand side. I was like, oh, shit. All right, yeah, I'm going to go southwest. All right, you know what I'm saying? And then we made sure every island that we went to, we looted the motherfuckers. Know what I'm saying? We was getting cannonballs. We was getting fucking gunpowder. We was getting bananas. Yep, bananas. That's your health right there, people. Know what I'm saying? We was just taking everything on the islands. As a matter of fact, I think Savage actually found a treasure chest on one of the islands that we didn't have a map to.
No, that was me.
Oh, that was you, Chuck? Look at that. Yeah, Chuck fucking sniffed out a treasure chest on an island that we ain't even have a map to. All right? That shit was some crazy shit. We just tripping the fuck out, man. And then that first thing, when we started, after we got that first chest that we jumped in the water with King, and then King was like, yo, there's a shark collide. And the shark goes and kills King and shit. So he goes into the afterlife and whatnot. And I go under the water and Chuck is like looking at me underwater. He said, yo, Collider, the shark is right behind you. Yo, I turned around, pulled out my sword. I fucking dodged left and whatnot. And I killed the shark. I was like, oh, you ain't getting me, bitch. Took out that shark like nothing. Then we ended up coming across another boat. We was like, yo, we're going to do this. Man. Everybody loaded up the cannons. I was like, let's do this. Yo, we went up on that boat and we blasted them, yo. We sunk their ship. One of the dudes came on the boat and I blasted him in the back of his head. right? We wasn't having it, yo. And then from there, we got a couple of other chests on the island. I decided to drink some of the beer, one of the things. Yo, I haven't felt like that in a minute. 'Cause I used to get that drunk. Right? So the way that shit was moving, I was like, man, I almost felt it. I was like, damn, I kind of feel drunk looking at this, man. I could imagine what 100 must have felt like while he was drunk and seeing this shit. You know what I'm saying? He probably had double the sensation I did. So then, after that, we got on the boat again. We ended up getting into a couple of scuffles with a couple of other ships. Then we got into this tug of war battle with these dudes that they would keep respawning in the afterlife, come back up, start shooting. As a matter of fact, Chuck shot himself on top of a boat. Matter of fact, Chuck, let us know what happened when you went on that boat, yo. He put himself inside a cannon.
Hey, look, no, they had 2 times. The one time I missed, bad aim, but they had the one time I landed on a boat. They was I had came around on the back end. Y'all was shooting back and forth. I'm seeing grenades coming. I'd have snuck on a boat. They over there trying to shoot y'all. I'm behind them, hitting them with the sword. I'd have killed 2 people. Came back around. They trying to one dude at the bottom trying to patch up the water and throw water out. I would let him do that. He ended up killing me. Then we ended up sinking a boat. And that's when me and you we after we sunk their boat, we had our pride up like we was just the best motherfuckers in the world. That's when King had left. King left, and we went up against a boat that was. How long we were fighting for? Like about an hour or 2. A boat?
No. About an hour. About an hour going back and forth.
Yeah, a strong hour. Now, it may not sound like a long time, but man, that's a long time. Y'all shooting at each other, dying. This person coming back to life, and y'all chopping each other, going back and forth, man. That game there is amazing. And that was after the storm we went through, huh?
Yeah. The thing is, before King left, we had looked at our boat. Yo, there was holes all over our boat, yo. We had just patched up everything. And then we hit some hard waters and whatnot. That shit destroyed our boat, yo. That shit just sank our boat and shit. So we had to get a new boat. Then we came back and started doing it all over again. And then the scuffle we got in with those cats, Chuck, that we kept killing each other, that's when King wasn't with us. So it was just 3 against 4. Right. So they ended up sinking our boat and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? After we killed each other, I don't know how many times. Then we ended up getting another boat, and they came back on us. It was the same dude, Joe. It's like they wanted the revenge because, I actually went and killed 3 of them. I went up on their boat. I fucking cut down 2 dudes, took out a cannon, blasted another dude in the face, and then they went and they killed me. So I went to the afterlife. But we did it so many times that these dudes got mad. So by the time we got another boat that we went to the first island in order to get some more treasure, they showed up. And they went and they sank our boat again. So I was like, yo, go to the island. So we swam to the island and whatnot. And they was like circling around. They didn't want to leave. And I was like, yo, I bet you they ain't take the treasure. So Savage uses the map and he comes up with the treasure. Yo, I found it. I was like, I know they ain't take the treasure. They scared to come over here to get it too. I was like, they ain't even trying to come next to this island because they know.
hey, then Kalada, look, our boat was sunk at that time. I had got us a new boat. We had to bring a boat from on the other side all the way back to that side and then dodge them because they had 2 other boats that was out there. While you on the island protecting the treasure, man.
Yep, I was on the island. I hit the treasure inside a set of bushes, and then I took out my telescope. So Chuck and Savage is telling me, yo, Collider, we're coming towards the island and whatnot. So I go to run to the other side of the island, and I'm looking at, yo, I see you guys. That's you guys. He's like, yeah. All right, so I ran back. I was like, yo, they got 2 boats on this side. He was like, all right, don't worry. We're going to park this shit on the back side of the island and shit, find the treasure. I was like, damn, let me see if I remember where I put it. So I wanted to go look for this shit, found the treasure, and then we ran back on that shit, man, on the boat. But that's when we called it quits, though, man, because it was already late, man. It was already getting dark out.
I want all the gaming streets that made videos about me, talking all that shit when I was talking about the water. I want a straight up motherfucking apology. All gay. I'm talking about you too. Y'all sit there and made all this when I was talking about that water, and that ain't that physics. The physics of the game is incredible.
Man, that shit is amazing.
It's incredible. If you go into the storm, you know what I'm saying? Don't have a little boat. Gosh, I went into a little boat by myself, and I couldn't get the little water out. You know what I'm saying? You got people like Rated Gay, whatever his name, Rated D, whatever the fuck his name is. He clowning the shit. You ain't played the shit until you play the shit and you experience it for yourself. People sitting there, I don't want to play with no pirates.
Oh, that's the new Sony way with the Sony fans. They don't play.
Yeah, but motherfucker, you play motherfucking Assassin's
Flag.
Creed, you ignorant bastard. So what the fuck is the difference? Because it's in first person and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can do multiple things. It's a party game. It's just like when I put in my video. Motherfuckers still play Hollywood Spades, Uno, all that. It's a party game. Now you can play it by yourself if you want, but it's gonna be rough and tough, like the Afro Puffs. But don't hate on the game until you play it. Like I say, I put it like women. I can't say I don't like white women if I ain't never been with a white woman before. Can't say I don't like Asians. I ain't never been with an Asian woman before. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't gonna never be with no man because I don't bet on the same team. So that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? People gotta understand that shit. You have to play this game, you know what I'm saying, to feel the experience. I got locked up in the brig. I wish I could stream that. You would have saw mine with Live and Flip, and I forgot who else was playing with us that night. They locked me up in the brig. And when they locked me up in the brig, I was already drunk in real life, and I was drunk on the boat. And I was on the top drinking. And they was like, why don't you go tell us
dirty. That was dirty.
They locked my ass up. They locked my ass up. I'm talking about I flipped like I was in like real life. I fucking flipped. Fuck y'all. Then we got getting attacked on the boat. I said, nigga, let the motherfuckers let us die. Fuck that shit. I don't care. They left me out. They left me out. I said, now I hope we drown. I want to die. Fuck it. I'm gonna see that ugly ass mermaid when I die. Fuck you. I would think about it. You saw my passion and my reaction. I wish we could have had it. Think about it. They all was busting up laughing. They were like, hey, we need help. You had to get that water out yourself. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Fuck you in that water. You know what I'm saying? I want to drown in this, but you saw my reaction to the thing. You know what I'm saying? And then one time I was on and they go look for treasure. We was getting jacked for our boats. You know what I'm saying? We had these people, I don't know how they was finding us. They was jacking us. And we was getting good treasure. So I said, you know what? I'm finna get drunk while I'm on the boat and I'm gonna save the boat. So I got my sword out at the same time. They hop on, you know what I'm saying? $1.50 them. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong? You know what I'm saying? I turned into a black pirate. What's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? I was saving the boat. But I'm like, hey, I need to come back. They jumping me. You know what I'm saying? But we be on that island. You know what I'm saying? That's the experience that you get at Sea of Thieves. And if Sea of Thieves is not popular, why it's popular on Twitch, YouTube right now, and on Mixer?
Yep.
If anybody want to play it.
And everybody has their own unique stories. That's what make the game so amazing.
Yeah, you make your own story as you go along, man.
Right.
And the experience, you can't even write about it. It's like pen and paper RPGs from back in the day. Dungeons and Dragons, for the people that play pen and paper RPGs.
Yeah,
that experience, that's the way this is. You create your own experience as you go along. Just on the map, the way we vote on the map is like people could get different maps and whatnot. So you go to the cabins, to the captain's cabin, and you actually got to vote on it. And how do we vote on it? We throw our blade right next to the map. Shing! I was like, this is some pirate shit right here. And then we went down to the armory and we found out we ain't just have our regular handguns and whatnot. We had these giant blunderbuss guns. We had snipers. We was like, oh shit, hold on, I want a blunderbuss, real quick. You know what I'm saying? So we started getting some blunderbuss. I mean, the experience is next level, This is next gen gaming, people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thought y'all seen shit with Fortnite. Y'all seen shit with PUBG. Why do you think they're sharing the water physics with PUBG now? There's a reason behind that, people. All right, because the water in this game is fucking amazing. The world that they made, the way the sun comes up, the way the light glistens across the water and crosses the boat's bow. It's some next level shit, man. Even the guys on Digital Foundry were freaking tripping the fuck out when they actually did the analysis. All right. And there's a reason, man. The mechanics at play just for the water is next level. They even admitted that. All right. And as far as AAAs are concerned, this is one of the best AAAs this fucking generation. And there's nothing even remotely similar to it. All right. Unlike Horizon Zero Dawn, not to throw any shade on them, but that reminded me of Assassin's Creed, all right? But you know what I'm saying? It has a certain similarities to other games. Sea of Thieves is something wholly original. That's
something
what's
different.
Up with that.
It's
something different, man. You know what I'm saying? You create your own narrative.
They want to talk about variety, man, but this game has so much variety inside itself. You got gun battles, sword fights, treasure hunts, ship sailing. You got a whole bunch of different roles in the ship. It ain't just one friggin' skipper or whatever. You got a whole bunch of different tasks to perform just to navigate.
How about the skeletons, bro?
Yeah. And the riddles you have to do to get some of these treasures, like play an instrument at a certain point of the map. There's a whole bunch of crazy shit that's in the beta. This isn't even the full game.
I
Yet
know, man.
the beta is deeper than most of I'm gonna say it, most of Sony's games. And this ain't even the whole thing.
Dude, we lost a whole day just playing the beta. All right, we lost a whole day, people, just playing the beta.
We play whole nights. Like we gets on that bad boy and we play. Like when I do Xbox, like I said, well, that's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna play Sea of Thieves, but we actually lose. Like you say, I actually looked at the sky and like, damn, like you say, look at the sunset, the sundown. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the hell y'all doing this mechanics? And I have played it on the X and I played it on the Xbox Fat, and it still looks great than a motherfucker. It looks good.
Not just that though. The visuals though, some of them look so freaking gorgeous that you just want to sit back and admire them. For example, we had came across this island, which is a whole bunch of little islands, and Triple Cup was seeing it from up there from the mast. He was like, "Yo, you guys need to see this." He was like, "This shit looks amazing." He was like, "Damn, word." He was like, "Yo, we'll be there in a second. We're grabbing the treasure." We grabbed the treasure. We came back. Then we ran up all the way up to the top of the mast, and we just started looking around like, "Damn, this shit looks freaking glorious, glorious, people."
Yeah. And then by like streaming things, like you know how people make like Grand Theft Auto, like skits and stuff like that. Think about with Sea of Thieves.
Oh, I can imagine, bro.
Skitting like they're gonna be skitting like you know what I'm saying, making a little side skits like hell.
Dude, you want to know who's tweeting about Sea of Thieves, Collider?
What?
Your boy Freddie Prinze Jr. is tweeting about Sea of Thieves right now.
Look at that, man. Freddie Prinze Jr. That's some trip, man. I could imagine. He went through the same experience we did today. And the thing is that me, Chuck, and Savage and King, we was like, damn, imagine if we would have been streaming this shit. People would have been tripping just like the way we was tripping when we was playing it.
Yo, it was the freaking most viewed game on Twitch, and it isn't even a game. It's a beta. A beta is beating out the juggernauts. People are always people are this. I had some fanboy try to tell me no one's trying to play Sea of Thieves. God of War is where it's at. Detroit. But where are they? Well, there's no beta, obviously, but their stream numbers are not going to get to the level of Sea of Thieves beta. I think Sea of Thieves beta will outstream most of Sony's games.
It's a freaking multiplayer game that you could play with your friends. Of course, it's going to get more.
Literally, it's the number one thing on Twitch right now being streamed.
I'm not sure of number one, but last beta, I know it was. I believe last beta. I'm not sure
about this. That's some crazy shit because we all know for a fact God of War ain't passing up no PUBG. We all know this, people. Yeah. Wow. Yo, we just got somebody else just jumped in on a podcast. Sega Forever. I see his mic is muted. I'm not sure if he hears me, but Sega, if you can hear me, introduce yourself to everybody.
Hey, what's up, man? Sorry, guys, I'm late.
Wow.
It's all good.
I was doing the dishes, man. I didn't want to make any noise, so.
All right, it's all good. It's all good. You want to give us any? We'll get back to you, so like that you can go back and do the dishes and whatnot. And when you're ready, just come back in.
Yeah, all right. So cool, man. All right, bro.
All right. I want to get back to everybody's input. Like, let's say, for example, Kano, the real young Kano. Kano, I know you've seen a few things on Sea of Thieves. You haven't gotten on the beta, but I know you're going to get on it after we finish this podcast. You could be our fourth man because we lost our fourth man earlier during the day. But what are your thoughts on everything as far as Sea of Thieves? Everything that you've seen, everything that
you're talking about from me playing alpha to now. Like, elaborate a little bit.
Nah, whatever. Everything you've ever experienced, man. What are your thoughts on Sea of Thieves? You think it's going to be a game changer?
Yeah, to a certain degree. And the reason why I say yeah is because, like I said, it's a party game. You know what I'm saying? It's for the people that, it's like a social game in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you get to meet the other people, you get to battle it out who has the better people, who has the better bow, who has the better team around them, basically. You feel me? And the progression system, it's kind of like, it's not like the division, but it's kind of like the division. You progression and you make yourself better with the game. You feel me? From my standpoint, from playing it, I'm not really a big multiplayer type of guy, but to those that really love this type of game, that's for them. That's day one. That should be day one for them that complete this game. You got the best physics on there. And I said this about the water. Microsoft should use that water physics on every game that they got coming up. And that's just how I feel, because the water look phenomenal. You dig what I'm saying? Day and night. You know what I'm saying? How the moon be glistening on the water, the sunrise glistens on the water, the storms, everything. You dig what I'm saying? And then, you know, when you're in a situation where the boat be falling into the sea, you can hurry up and get the water out of it and then build it right back up. You feel me? And it gives you that aspect on it. So that to me, that's like a true pirate type of game. Forget Skull and Bones and anything like that. That's a true pirate type of game, because you're doing everything you can to keep everything afloat. You know what I'm saying? You got the tools you need to keep your boat afloat. You can fight on there. You do what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of game that's for the ones that want to party and have fun. You know, like 100 say, you can get drunk on in real life and drunk on the game. You feel me? So yeah, go buy the game day one for those who love that type of game.
That's what's up, man. You should have seen one of my initial impressions. That's why Chuck was saying we should have been streaming. All right, because I jumped in the water. I'm swimming under the water. I was like, yo, there go Nemo. I guess I don't need to find him. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, dang, man, we was just snapping the whole time when we was playing this shit, yo, having fun. Every time we would come to like an island and shit, yo, Savage was already at the treasure chest. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple of times we got stuck, though, but I would find the treasure chest with my first dig. Just clink. Matter of fact, Triple Cup was standing next to a treasure chest. He didn't know where it was at. I pulled out my map, and I was like, all right, hold on, my shovel. Clink. I was like, yo, here it is. He's like, yo, look at the holes I got over here, Colada. I was like, dang, man, you was there, though. You was close by. It's like, yo, the way you discover stuff in this game is just amazing, man. Now, let's go with you. Matter of fact, Hebot, what are your thoughts on Sea of Thieves, everything you've seen? You know what I'm saying? Do you think it's going to be a game changer? Do you think families will enjoy this? Do you think this is something that's a good thing for Microsoft as a brand new IP? Do you think it's rare back in form?
I mean, I think you guys remember I was pretty vocal about it when I first talked about it, when I first tried it for the very first time. And you guys remember I said that I kind of automatically knew it was going to be something special the minute I saw how my daughter gravitated to it. And they don't really play games. They play stuff like Minecraft.
Yo, that's a trip, though. I'm glad you brought that stuff up with your daughters, because the minute Triple Cup put on the game, his wife was next to him. And what did she say, Triple Cup?
Man, she was like, man, hold up, go download that in the room for me. I want to play that.
She was telling.
Hey, when I say literally, when she first seen it, it was like, bam. And we first got on, and it wasn't much. We didn't much do nothing into the mission. She just seen the look of the game, and she was just seeing the concept, and she's like, oh, y'all pirates, y'all going around doing pirate. Man, go download that for me. I want to. I got to have to go put it on her Xbox.
Yeah. That sounds great. That sounds fucking dope, man. Shit.
Hey, cause she was a big Ark of Ark, and when she seen that it had remnants of Ark, as in it took all of the bullshit out of Ark and cut all that fat out and just the raw gameplay. That's what Sea of Thieves. And she seen that, she was ready.
Oh yeah.
That's dope. That's fucking dope.
Yeah, man, I love that game.
So me, look, like I said, my daughter started playing it, and it caught their attention immediately. Then I actually sat there and tried to kind of play with them, and you guys know I'm not really keen on multiplayer shit. You guys know I've been always very honest and vocal about that shit. But I definitely have an interest. I want to play it because it looked like a whole shitload of fun when they were doing the dumb shit. You know what I mean? And then my son was telling me about that you can get drunk and his face while they're driving the damn boat, and then take a bucket and throw it at them to make them blindsided. And now they're saying you can fight a kraken. It's going to come out periodically. You're going to have to fight it whenever you least expect it. And you fight these skulls when you go to these islands, mystical skulls. It definitely feels like a rare game. It definitely has a lot of buzz, which is also again very good because it's a new IP and property. Whether I like it 100%, like let's say I would prefer to have a new Rise 2, no, of course not. But I do want it to do well because if it does well, that means Microsoft will take risk and make other games like Rise 2 or Quantum Break 2, because of the success of this game, uh, and it just gives it room for opportunities to just grow as a brand with more games with diversity. And Jay Long is very right. This game is, a big risk, more than anything else that I think has been announced to this point on any platform. I mean, any platform. Which is the problem that and misconception that people are having, that they just want to look at it as, oh, it's a kiddie game. But again, it always goes down to the same bull crap and the same narrative. It's a kiddie game because it's not on Nintendo or because it's not on PlayStation. If this game was on Nintendo, just like Splatoon got all that hype, and I think Splatoon is dog shit.
Especially weren't they yelling from the rafters about Knack at first?
Hell yeah.
Right, Knack was. That looks way, a million times more kiddie than Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves just basically has graphics along the lines of, let's say, a Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? Nice, colorful graphics that pop. But yet, these graphics, they're like, it's like those artists that be drawing these hyper stylized facials of people. You know what I'm saying? That you stamp for a portrait. That's what Sea of Thieves reminds me of, yo.
Yeah, because that's what I was about to say. The thing with Sea of Thieves is weird because even though it has cartoony, Pixar-esque stylized graphics, there's some parts in the game that look photorealistic, like sunlight, like the water. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, so it's like a hybrid combination of both. And you won't, and even when the
boat
storms
looks amazing, yo. I mean,
when you have the storms,
whole world really it does.
When you have the storms, they look crazy. So for me, I just think that's cool because it's trying to mismatch two different types of look, so it makes it more interesting and appealing. So again, will I be playing it? I definitely going to try with you knuckleheads because I know you guys are definitely going to invite me, Master Chief, and my sons. I'll probably try with them because I'm very curious. I like pirates, me personally. There was a pirate game that was supposed to come out on the 360 that was a beat 'em up that we never got. I wish I remember the name. It was called Captain something. Captain Blood. You guys can look it up on YouTube. They have some videos of it. And that never came out, and I really got pissed off because it was like Devil May Cry, God of War style, but with pirates. I don't know if you even knew about that. But
we need Blood Wake 2.
Yeah, Blood Wake 2 for sure. Yes, for sure. But the one I'm talking about was called Captain Blood, Kano. It was a pirate game. You played as a pirate.
I got what you mean.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen it, but take a look.
Wake, though.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, definitely Blood Wake. We need that for sure. That game was dope, especially for its time. So I mean, I hope it does well, man. I think it is. Honestly, from the hype I've seen, I think it's gonna be like Fortnite. It's gonna be like PUBG. Now, will it have longevity and be hype for like a year or two? That's still to be seen. I don't know. But I think if they put enough content, which they already said they are, and enough diversity and things for you to do in the world, that's going to be fun and silly and make people laugh and do retarded shit, like how they just cut my man 100's throat and locked his ass up, and then he's like, all right, motherfuckers, you locked me up? You deal with it. I ain't helping y'all with shit, which was funny as hell. That's a pretty funny story.
But think about that, playing that with randoms, and you do that, and you do that.
Yeah, right.
Something with some randoms that that they just want to go. You know what? We gonna go some pirate shit. We just finna roll around, knocking everybody down, stealing their treasure. It's so much that you can do.
It has so much potential. Yeah.
So what you can do, saying sometimes I get mad at life, like, man, fuck this treasure shit, man. Let's go kill. I do that some nights. I'm like, man, I said, I know I'm gonna sit on the boat. I'm finna get drunk and sit on the boat. When y'all need your help, call me. You know what I'm saying? But it's different elements of that game. But we only saw a third of this game. We ain't even saw the Kraken yet.
Right.
True that.
We ain't even saw the Kraken.
As far as like DLC and longevity, I think it'll depend by the DLC that's added. Now, I know that they're not going to go with like the regular microtransaction stuff. they're gonna be selling people pets. So I was snapping with Triple Cup earlier. I was like, yo, I want a parrot with an eye patch and a peg leg. All right. I want a parrot that just looks like he been through shit. Know what I'm saying? All right. And but there's different types of characters. You could put the characters inside of cannons. Matter of fact, somebody could actually take your pet and shit. Your pet will still return to you because it's your pet. You know what I'm saying? But they could take your pet somewhere else, man. Fucking throw them on the other side of the fucking ocean and shit. That motherfucker will end up swimming back. All right? I'm just saying. But as far as like the potential for DLC, I was telling Triple Cup earlier. I was like, yo, can you imagine they release a DLC with the British fleet after your ass for privateering? I was like, that would add a whole new element to the game. I mean, the game I already think is fucking phenomenal, amazing, mind-blowing. But they asked some shit like that where you get the British fleet after dudes. And then they started talking about all the different factions that was out back then. Spain, the British fleet, France. I was like, wow. The potential for this game is massive, people.
Right.
Massive. All right. And I think they know that. All right. I don't think Rare and Microsoft spent all this time doing this game, not seeing the potential in this world. All right. Now let's go with Sega real quick, because Sega just got back. I guess he finished washing the dishes.
Nice.
So Sega, what are your thoughts on Sea of Thieves? Know what I'm saying? As far as everything you've experienced, do you think it's going to be a game changer? And what's your overall feelings on how the game looks and plays?
Yeah, well, I can't speak to the fact that I've never played the game. I haven't done any of the things, but I'll say one thing that you guys were talking about because I was listening. I wish people would know the difference between art style and graphics.
Well, it seems like they know it for certain games, though, because for Fortnite, they understand there's a certain art
they understand
style.
what Persona 5.
They understand what Persona 5. Thank you, J-Long. All right, so they understand certain games, all right, but only when it fits their agenda. All right.
Fortnite and Sea of Thieves do the art style in the next gen fashion. Persona 5 is still looking like Jet Set Radio Future.
Exactly.
So continue, Sega.
No, I mean, people just don't understand, because I've been playing Fortnite. I've been playing a lot of games with my kids, kind of spend time with them, and they like games like Overwatch and they like games like Fortnite. And what it is they've enhanced these games and they look amazing on the 4K on my TV television, right? But by most people's standards, they'll be too cartoony to be considered, to be taken seriously. Like I was listening to a podcast, I forgot which one it was.
But Overwatch has 25 million players and shit in a month, right?
Yeah, because these people don't care about that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Because I was listening to a podcast and they're talking about we need to bring back gritty games, and I'm like, if you're just going to bring it back because you just want it.
What do you mean bring back though? I mean that kind of makes no sense if you think about it. I mean, isn't Rise of the Tomb Raider gritty as hell?
No, yeah, that's what I mean.
Well,
that's
Gears.
What I mean. It's just like
you can even say Halo Wars.
Gears.
Halo Wars. This is like.
I mean, that ain't kidding.
That's why I say I wish these guys
As a
would
matter
know
of
the
fact,
difference
even Quantum Break is gritty as hell, man. When you pop a headshot on the dudes, the way the dude's neck snaps back and the blood spurts up in the air, man, come on. What are they talking about gritty? It's like they're trying to fill an agenda.
Yeah, well, someone
told me, Halo Gears of Forza. Gears of Forza. Where are the gritty games?
Yeah, but no, someone told me that Halo
wasn't you decapitating dudes in Rise Son of Rome?
Exactly.
Yeah, we interrupt this. Sega.
Someone told me Halo 5 was teen. And I said, you know why it was teen? Because you start fighting, what you start doing? You start fighting robots, you start fighting motherfucking shit, you start fighting the Guardians and shit like that. They don't bleed. So why the ESRB won't make it teen?
Yeah.
You're not fighting humans. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you fight the Covenant, they don't bleed red. Right. So they have a lesser thing. I said, y'all don't use common sense and y'all don't actually analyze the game before you start talking shit. The shit is great. Think about it. The story in Halo 5 is kind of fucking crazy. But think about it. It's, you know what I'm saying? They ain't saying ass, shit, and bitch and all that. You go Gears for that. Because Gears cuss every fucking 5 minutes. Just like me.
I'm tripping on that Gears statement, though, man. I mean, on the gritty statement by Sega. Sorry that I cut you off 100. But, like, my first impression of PUBG, when somebody tried to blast me from behind and I actually ducked around the corner, put out my shotty, and I painted the fence red with his blood when I blasted him in the chest once he turned that corner. That shit was gritty as a mofo. All right? You know what I'm saying? But that's a trip, yo. Sega, actually, As a matter of fact, 100 finish what you saying, but then I want to go back to Sega to see what else he got to say and shit.
Yeah, but my thing is, you talking about we want gritty games and all that. We have them, but you know, what I'm saying, but I was appalled when somebody told me, "Well, Halo 5 was for teens." Do you know the characters that's in Halo 5 that's not human? You fucking around fighting fucking robot, fucking
Well,
AI
Uncharted's
and
teen, and they
shit.
call that gritty.
Robots,
Uncharted's teen, shit.
You know what I'm saying? When you fucking fight the Covenant don't bleed red. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I can get put into a teen level. You know what I'm saying? So that kid can go buy that game. Because I'd have been to GameStop with my own son and person, can I see your ID? The fuck you mean? See my ID? Don't look, bro. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm buying this shit, man. I'm older than you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, see my motherfucking ID. Motherfucker, fuck this. That's why I buy this shit digital. But you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You say we don't have gritty. It's gritty games that's out here. People got to understand. They got to look. They don't do their research, and they just want to say this is this. And think about it is why you got to copy off of someone else.
Isn't the Evil Within gritty as hell?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wasn't Resident Evil at the beginning
Well,
of
they
last year?
call
Gritty as a
Uncharted
mofo?
gritty, but that's rated T too.
Yeah, but no, Microsoft don't want gritty games. Remember, we just want Kumbaya Care Bear games. Forget
Have
it.
you guys played the indie games, dude? The indie games, we got some disturbing ass indie games, dude. They got some really disturbing indie games.
No,
Yeah, yo,
remember,
Sega,
we're the
continue
Doom
with what you
Bro
were
box. How are
saying,
you a
though,
Doom Bro box with no gritty games? But yeah,
know,
continue,
man.
man. My bad.
No, it's all good. I want to hear Sega. Sega was on to some shit.
Nah, dude, I'm just listening to this podcast and these people. I'm like, man, I'm listening to them and they're like talking about State of Decay and if it's going to be good or long or not. And then I'm like, well, they said that it's just going to take the old game and build on it. And then I sat there and I listened to these guys a little more, and I thought to myself, I don't think these guys played the game. I really don't think they played the game.
No, and that game is gritty.
Hell
game
yeah,
is
it's
evil.
gritty. And the thing is, when you lose a character, you
Oh,
lose him
man.
forever, yo. Forever. I
Permadeath.
remember
Yeah.
the character that I
Permadeath.
had made. I went out at night like a dumbass, not knowing they was warning me against it. I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm going out at night. Yo, man, I got caught up with one of those fucking savage zombie parties and shit. Yo, they ripped my character to pieces.
Yeah,
Pieces. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, it's all right. They're gonna give me another life. And the next day, I'm in somebody else's body, and they're like, man, it's a shame what happened to old girl. I was like, what? I was like, oh shit. I was like, yo, that's fucked up. Damn, that shit caught me out of left field.
That's one of those games where I actually software quit when I lose.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
did.
people got mad about that, dude. People literally got mad about that feature.
That's permadeath.
Yeah,
That's
I put
what's
it
up,
with
though.
yeah, thank you.
But you
And they say
invested
there's
in
no
that
gritty
character
games.
so much. Yeah, but you invested in that character so much. Now I know about it had bugs and all that, but the game had bugs and all that, but it was still fun as hell. It was
Didn't the
fun.
GT games back in the day have bugs? You know they did.
But it was fun. Like I felt like I was playing The Walking Dead. I was making choices.
Yeah.
When you go back to the house, hey, this person over here tripping. Let's go take a walk. You down with us or not?
I
You
think
know
they
what I'm
want
saying? That question get answered. You
Yeah,
down with
kind of
us
like
or
this,
not? If you,
kind of like this Xbox community right now. 100.
bot versus bot is going down in the gaming streets. Bots versus bots. They we taking each other out. I don't know why.
I know.
Word,
Bot
man.
on-
I
bot
can
crack,
imagine
bro.
that. Yo, I noticed on the boats on Sea of Thieves, just to bring it up, they had planks. I was like, oh shit, man. Can you actually capture like the enemy and make them walk the plank?
Maybe.
Basically, yeah.
Well, you can
That's humiliation right there, man.
cut their throat and throw them off the plane. Like I'll put it this way, I have talked to the guy that made Sea of Thieves. Forgot his name. Was at E3, right? They were bagging on that. Of you know how you got to eat the banana to get your health back. Like you were saying, you guys was collecting bananas, right?
Yeah.
A guy from Bodygun that he interviewed, this real shit that he interviewed an hour before I talked to him. He said, I'm going to show you what this guy went back and said. He put a banana in his mouth, a whole banana in his mouth. Like, this is how you that's how you hear yourself on Sea of Thieves, right? But these guys did their research. When in rural pirates couldn't carry food because they don't know how long they're going to stay on sea. So they carry fruit. Bananas was the best thing, you know what I'm saying, because it gave him nutrients. It gave him vitamin C and all type of shit. He broke it down.
Shit.
He said, I hope that you don't feel like this is racist. It ain't racist with me. It's racist with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't get too fuck. I don't go on Polygon. But he said this is factual things that we learned. We researched this. That drink that we drink is called that. That shit ain't nothing but Pruno in jail. Have you ever been in jail? That's Pruno. But they call it cold. What they had. And that's how you get drunk so quick. Because, you know what I'm saying, I get drunk. I be macking to the bartender. Like, you know what I'm saying, when you going to give me some of them big ass eggs. See, I make comedy out of it. You know what I'm saying, when I get on that shit. But see, that's a different part of the game that people don't understand. That's Sea of Thieves, and that's what different than everything else.
You're silly as hell.
That's some crazy stuff, man. Sega, you got me tripping, man. So you could tell that these guys ain't played the game. What other crap was they spitting, man? What games are they talking about that needed to be turned back to grittiness?
No, dude, they just, you know, it's hard when these guys are supposed to be Xbox, man. It's kind of, to me, it's like they don't appreciate what they have. They're always looking at what other people got.
Yes.
I'm looking at what other people got and look at what you have. Look, dude,
You
I've
said
been
that
working.
the Xbox YouTubers. Who are these people, man?
Nah,
Put them on blast.
Nah,
Put them on blast. I want to know.
Nah, I don't want to do that, dude.
I'm saying, nah, seriously, man. Sega, nah, fuck the
just
dumb
put it
shit,
this
man.
way.
I want to know. I
Well,
want to know, man.
bro,
Who are these fucking frauds
I
in the community talking shit?
I ain't calling them fraud, but you know what I'm saying, some of them cool friends with me. You know what I'm saying, next gen they went, you know what I'm saying, south on some certain things.
Oh,
They
man.
went south on some things. But you know what I'm saying, that's my friend, you know what I'm saying, I keep it a book. We, you know what I'm saying, we friends.
Yo, next gen went south when he started saying the God of War, the gameplay mechanics was better than Ninja Gaiden. I was like,
yeah, but hey,
what the fuck is you smoking, bro?
That's true.
Hey, but you know what? That's his opinion. You know, so long as we respect his opinion.
No, it's all good. It's his opinion, though, man. I mean, however flawed it may be, but
it can be. Yeah, it can be flawed. A lot of shit is flawed. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mind people having.
Parties is wrong.
Dude, I don't mind people having another opinion and stuff like that. What I can't stand is that these guys look at other companies and then they start comparing, man. And you know, don't do that. You're always going to be disappointed if you're looking at it that way.
Well, that's just like, say, you got a perfect example. You know what I'm saying? That's saying that, you know what I'm saying, I got this woman with these double D titties and fat ass, and then you got this girl, you know what I'm saying, with, you know what I'm saying, with some C's and they got a flat ass. Don't mean that she a better woman than what I got. You know what I'm saying? Thing about it is, you come home, she taking care of the kids, you know what I'm saying? She doing all this other stuff. Just because this person got all this don't mean they no winner.
Yeah, I agree.
They ain't no I'm saying, they ain't no winner. You know what I'm saying? Just because I have it, I'm having it, and I'm what? I'm borderline fucking depressed. Why I got this shit for?
Yeah. Yo, and props to next gen, though, man. Know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't mean nothing bad by it. Know what I'm saying? But y'all know we direct X, and our tagline was always, we don't sugarcoat shit, all right? We just keeps it real.
Well, at least next gen is consistent, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's been saying the same things over and over again. There's nothing wrong with that, dude. It's just some of these dudes, man, they rep this community, and then you listen to them for a while, and it's because look, dude, I haven't been able to really do a lot of stuff, man. I've been working overtime, so I've been having time. You know, I'm walking around trying to do stuff with Windows 10 at my job, so I can work around with headsets and listen to everybody's podcast.
Yeah.
You know, and then when I heard Hundreds the other day when he was talking about this stuff, man, because in my mind, you know, I'm not as connected as everybody else. But I'm like, that's what it seemed like to me, that everybody's having these issues. Yeah. And it's kind of like, you know what? You guys got to stop looking at what you don't have and just focus on what you do. That's
exactly. And what we do, there's a lot of gritty shit already.
But even when we do have it, they just find something to skew it and be like, oh,
no, it's a Dubro box when we got it, but when we don't have it, it's the kitty box.
Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough. No, it's not enough.
No, but that's kind of what happens when you start hanging with other, you know, people from the other side. Look, I'm not trying to be elitist or anything.
Yeah. True that.
What happened to variety, bro? What happened to all this variety you wanted, guys?
Variety.
Yeah. Now that you got it, yes, variety. They crying about variety. Now when they get it, they don't like it.
Right.
Microsoft's taking risks. Crackdown 3 and that cloud technology is a risk. No other game is doing that. Sea of Thieves. This game could have ended up like Battleborn for all we know. Good thing it ain't, because the beta is already more successful than that piece of shit. But you know, This shit could have gone real south.
The other one that this motherfucker did for PS4.
Yeah, it could have gone south, man. They are taking risks with all the games. As a matter of fact, a lot of the games that they showed off this generation, man. Recore was a refreshing game that I've played this generation. I mean, I haven't played platforming like this in ages. I was like, wow, this game, just the gameplay mechanics, the way you could combo the characters into the air, and then freaking actually once you pull a core, it'll actually create a smart bomb effect, blowing up all the other characters around them. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't get that deep into the gameplay. You know, they thought it was just a regular simple shooting game. But when you get further into the game and you get to those jumping puzzles, oh my gosh, yo! And then those dungeons, dude, the shit was just amazing, phenomenal, dude. I didn't put that game down until I finished it. Now I actually need to go back to finish the definitive edition. Definitely, I haven't gotten time to get to that. But why? Because there's so many fucking games, bro.
What y'all talking about? Tomb Raider?
No,
Recore, and how original that was, man.
Oh yeah, man, Recore. But they said mature games, shit, motherfucking Rise of the Tomb Raider was a fucking man. Even the original Tomb Raider was, man. You see how that girl died?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that girl died viciously.
Yeah, the definitive edition, she would have a pole sticking right up through her neck, man, and going out the back of her head.
Man,
you know, it's got to be a mature game coming to Xbox, man. Hellblade, that's coming.
Yeah. Man. And then I want to know what's the
it's saying. Another one we could add to the list of mature titles already on Xbox. Yeah, let's just say that.
I've been hearing like a narrative like Xbox didn't want Hellblade. I don't know about
how
that.
Did they know that?
Actually, no. It was actually said by the developers that they have a small team working on it, and they was putting it on the PS4 first, which later on would actually come to the Xbox, but it's because it's a small team that's working on it. They could only concentrate on what platform, and they went with the most successful platform at the time, which was the PS4. So they got 250,000 out of 75 million. Let's see how it does on Xbox, people.
Now they're saying it's not coming because of the psychological shit, which makes no sense to me.
But I don't understand that with all the gritty.
That makes zero sense. Wow.
I don't understand it. Don White fucking you go play Gears of War. Don, you find Don motherfucking wife and the motherfucker is dead. They're gonna go fucking super ballistic. I don't understand that shit.
One of the most touching moments in gaming.
The man fucked around and sacrificed himself like he was Jesus Christ and a lot of day saints.
Save his friends. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So how that's not gritty? Like that's gritty. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't.
Everything Gears is gritty, bro. Everything Gears is gritty. I don't understand.
When you chainsaw,
motherfucker says they play something, you know when they didn't play it because they say stupid shit.
Yeah, when you chainsaw a motherfucker,
the state of decay is not gritty. That's just beyond stupid, man.
What thing about it is.
Yeah, them not letting freaking that console on because it tackles mental health. Are they retarded?
That's what they're saying.
There's mad horror games on Xbox that do that shit.
Well, it's supposed to be tackling mental illness in a good way, positive way. Why would it affect Xbox as a community? You know that's so stupid.
I played a game on Xbox that fucked my brain up mentally. I needed some mentally help. When I played the game, when I played as a gay guy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, 100. Art imitates life, bro.
What was the name? The Truth About Me? That was the
Fragments of Him, right?
The Fragments of Him. I played the Fragments of Him. Like I said, I was fragmented after that game. I'm over here back. Anything about it was this is crazy about the game was he had a girlfriend. I'm like, damn,
wow.
And then his grandma had a fat ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. When I found out he was gay,
that sounds like a game for Zaire, bro.
Yeah, that's a
game for Zaire.
Oh, you were streaming when you found this out?
I was streaming when I did it. I was streaming it.
Shit.
So I had no choice. I said, I got to twist this shit around. But you know what? We didn't know. Thing about it, that was a game that was surprised. I wish more indie guys would do that. Do something. It's a trick. You don't know that was coming. I didn't see it coming. It had a right price point. I think I paid like $14 for it. I said, fuck it. This thing seemed cool. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of like a Tales game to a certain extent. It showed you, different parts of, you know what I'm saying? He got in an accident and you're looking at his life. You know what I'm saying? And, he about to get out of here. That shit was, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, this seems cool. I can stream this type of shit. But when I found out he was on Strudel, that fucked me up. I was like, oh, damn.
He was on Strudel
You know
action.
what I'm saying? And then they show his grandma seeing him kissing another man. I said, oh, Lord. I said, oh, is that gritty right there? Because I don't know what I'm going to do if I saw my son kissing a grown man. I have to clothesline his ass a couple of times. I don't know. But that shit was, you know what? That shit caught you. You don't know what it. That was gritty to me because it fucked my mind up. Like afterwards, I ain't never going back to play that game.
At least it was a teenager
I'm scared to delete it. I'm scared to delete it because I'm scared that don't say it. I get somebody while you delete that shit. And I'm nervous. I see that game I'm like I don't even want to touch that anymore. But you know what? He sit there. He broke down to his grandma like, "Hey, grandma, this is why I like Strudel." I'm like, "Oh Lord, have mercy." But you know what? It was something that was different. And I'm like, "Damn, you left this fine ass girl right here, and the girl around grandma has a fat ass." I had to turn. I'm scarred for life, Holmes. I'm scarred for life, Holmes. I'm scarred for life. But see, that's something that I kind of like more in game. Give us some surprises. Surprise me out of some shit.
Backwards compatible shit. Look at Shadows of the Dam. You play that game is raw dog. Super raw dog. That shit is gritty like a motherfucker.
Matter of fact, somebody in the chat said, hello neighbor. That's gritty.
Yeah.
Because you fucking around with a murderer.
Yeah.
Fucking around with a murderer.
That shit crazy.
It has a cartoony art style though.
Yeah, I heard that game is good.
It doesn't make it any less gritty. It's just an art style.
Shit, fucking Cuphead is gritty. Damn, look how hard that motherfucker is.
Happy Tree Friends is fucking gritty. And that's the cartooniest shit ever.
Well, look at Cuphead videos when people playing it. They get violent. That shit is gritty like a motherfucker. Motherfuckers want to break their chance controlling how hard the game is.
People get old man.
Word, man. That's some crazy stuff.
Okay, what's the other one I played? I played I can't think about it, but it was kind of gritty because it was talking about I forgot what it was. It's an indie, and I get like on some stilts and they make me like powerful or something. But the story that you listen to and you hear people
the majority of those Telltale games are gritty as hell too.
Oh man, that motherfuckers died, man. They get $150 and all type of shit. I had to kill a person. I had to kill a young boy. I didn't want to kill him. But you know what? He said he don't set me up for failure, so I had to kill him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I need to keep
know what I think personally, talking about, about there not being no gritty games. As a matter of fact, there's too many fucking gritty games out there right now, people.
Yeah, there's some evil stuff.
There's way too many gritty games out there. I want to see more original games or art styles like Sea of Thieves, Fortnite. I want to see games like that, man, like freaking Super Lucky's Tales. Right? We need more of those games. We don't need no more gritty games. There's a shitload of gritty games, people. Y'all saw The Last of Us and whatnot. That should look gritty as a motherfucker as well. You know what I'm saying? And I can imagine what that Shadows of the Tomb Raider is going to look like. Good Lord, man. I mean, there's just too much grittiness around, people.
Yeah, well, look at the Agony, that game Agony. That's coming out on Xbox in a few months, or I think this month.
It's coming out this month. I ain't playing that game. Period.
Yeah, that shit look.
That's a game literally about hell, right?
Think about it now. Come on, man. Wolfenstein.
Agony's making Doom and Wolfenstein look like cheesecake. That's just an hell.
Oh shit!
And you see fucking people doing like bondage and crazy shit, like little babies getting cut up.
Oh no, I ain't trying to play that shit. Yo.
I'm damn serious. This shit is nuts.
Yeah, I ain't touching that game.
I'd rather play Super Lucky's Tale, man.
The point I brought it up is because they're saying Xbox don't want gritty games on the console. That's why I'm sorry. That's why.
Wow, really?
100% right, man.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's the new agenda. I don't know if you knew.
That's wow, man. That just caught me out of left field. I mean, Battlefield, is that not gritty?
Every week there's a new agenda with Xbox every week. The ponies and the media.
Dude, these fanboys are always trying to come up with something to fill their agenda, yo.
No, but like even our Xbox community, man, people like because they'll say it like this. They'll say, I want a gritty game. Okay, but they don't stop there. I want a gritty game like The Last of Us or like whatever the other games they play in. I don't know. But I mean, usually they say they want a gritty game and it's usually followed by a PlayStation game. Like,
Oh
Might as well
wow.
get a
I'm like,
PlayStation.
yeah, go
Shit.
get a PlayStation then, dude. Nobody's stopping you. I'm not gonna judge you, man. If you want to play
It's
it,
your
just go
money.
and play it.
But my
Yeah,
thing is,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's your money. Go
but
get
my
it.
thing, but my thing is, why do you give two? Well, I'll put it this way: the motherfuckers that's complaining don't play the games.
No, they
Yeah.
don't.
Nope.
Don't play no motherfucking game. Play the goddamn game and come back to talk to me, and then we can have a decent conversation. Until then, shut the hell up. I don't want to hear that shit. What
Yo,
about
I
The
just
Last of Us? The Last of Us is what, up 10 years old now. What man? We still
I
waiting
don't
on the
hear
what?
people say,
Nigga,
"Oh, why don't we have any Zelda type games or Mario type games?" You never hear that from any other console.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo,
Oh, that's
I
what we
think
have Nintendo
some of these
for. That's why we
PlayStation
buy
fans, they're
Nintendo.
married to the brand. All right. They're literally just married to the brand because I still remember that day at work where I showed a video to a homeboy of mine showing off Gears of War 4 gameplay. And the dude had never in his life ever seen a game this gritty. And he was like, wow, that shit looks amazing. Look what you just did. You pulled that dude over the freaking, over the, damn,
The
what the hell do I
cover.
call it? You pulled him over the side and whatnot. You stabbed him in the chest, and you went up to this dude. You blasted him in the face, and he shattered into pieces. He's like, yo, I never seen anything that gritty, yo. That's on PlayStation. I was like, nah, bro. This is on Xbox.
Or
He's
the
like, oh,
CD.
it's on Xbox. Oh man, I'm only PlayStation. I was like, then you a stupid motherfucker, yo, because you just finished telling me you've never seen anything in your life this gritty
What a
ever
hypocrite.
on the PlayStation
What a hypocrite.
on your platform. You never seen anything like that. And the minute I tell you that it's not on PlayStation, you're like, oh no, I'm strictly PlayStation.
That's
Guess
that
what? PlayStation
hypocrisy
ain't
right
offering
there,
something
man.
you've never experienced before. You've never
That's
experienced
the
anything this
orchestrator.
gritty before. And just because it's on another platform, you're gonna fucking go married to the brand. Oh well, no, I'm PlayStation. See, there's a reason why I own an Xbox. It's because of the games that I get to experience on Xbox. All right, ain't nothing like it on PlayStation. There's no Halo on PlayStation. There's no Gears. There's no fucking Forza. All right. There's no even Recore. There's
No
no
fighter.
Rise. There's no
No
Sunset
fighter.
Overdrive.
No
All
fighter.
right. I mean, come on, man. There's no
No, they
Killer
got Street Fighter.
Instinct. All right. Y'all could keep it, y'all PlayStation All Stars. You know what I'm saying? How did that do for you? All right. There's no Super Lucky's Tales. All right. There's no Conquer Live and Reloaded. I mean, dude, there's no Cameo. Elements of Power. I mean, dude, there's no fucking Sea of Thieves, no
Another girl
Crackdown.
game.
I
Huh?
mean, people, I could go on and on for
Perfect
fucking
Dark.
days as far as exclusive games on the fucking Xbox that are completely different from the
Want me to bring
90%
up
of the
I
fucking
would bring
single
up a
player
fun
games you
fact,
got.
man. I got a fun fact about Rare. They made more AAA exclusives last generation, not even counting their Connect games, than Naughty Dog, Sucker Punch, you name it. Most of Sony's
Wow.
first party studios did not make as many AAAs last gen than
That's
Rare did.
rare.
No,
Wow.
no, not
That's
not
People
cool.
never
according
bring that up.
not according to Sair's boys. Nah, not them.
no.
They
But
make
I
no
put it
And
this
games.
people
way.
trying to say Rare died, Microsoft kept them busy. What you talking
Yes,
about?
and they
Dude,
chose
they've
to
been
make those
working on
games. They
everything, man.
wanted
I
to
mean,
make.
dude, there was like what, 3 games for Viva Pinata? There was a
Mm.
cartoon series for Viva Pinata. We had a freaking Perfect Dark Zero. We had Cameo
And
Elements of Power. They even brought out the remasters for
Sports
Banjo
Rivals,
Kazooie that were from the Nintendo 64. I
Nuts
mean,
and
oh my
Bolts, the
Nuts
most
and
gosh.
underrated
Bolts,
sequel of all time.
Nuts and Bolts. Yeah. Oh,
Nuts
Nuts and
and
Underrated
Bolts,
Bolts.
ass
Banjo
game.
Kazooie. Oh my gosh,
And
yo.
don't forget
Classic.
that they were the ones who did all the Avatar shit for the Xbox that they wanted.
Yeah, man. And then the
They wanted
Connectables,
to do
the
that.
Connect Sports. I mean, dude,
Mhm.
these guys was working, people. All right. And
They haven't
like Jay, I'm
stopped.
glad Jaylon pointed that out. They did more than all Sony's first party studios, man. Than any one of them. Naughty Dog had how many
I'm
games
not gonna
last
say
gen?
all, but most of them for sure, man. Naughty Dog did Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and Last of Us, which is
Last of Us.
4.
That's it. And how many
Yeah,
games, how many new games have they done this generation, people? One.
one.
Uncharted 4
One, people.
remasters.
One. Now we not bringing up remasters up in this bitch.
Remasters.
All right. And Sony Santa Monica, how many new games have they
They're brand
delivered
new
this
games.
generation?
Shut up,
None. They haven't delivered no games this generation because guess what? God of War still hasn't dropped. We're not counting remasters here, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about games that actually came out,
Dang.
right? That are actually new games.
Remasters. Fuck that shit. It's all about remasters. We don't want no fucking backwards.
Just like the motherfuckers that's do Detroit. Detroit is going to be their first game this generation. And we're how many years in? 4 years in?
Yeah.
Good Lord, man. What have they
They
been
ain't even
doing all
really
this
first
time?
party.
And that
Have they
game
been
got
asleep?
that game got announced in 2012 in their E3 press because the girl, that robot girl, the same name
how
of
many
the girl
years
from
ago was
Canada.
that shit with the possum, man? The Last Guardian. How many years ago was that announced?
9. That was 9 years.
2009.
So we looking at Detroit. You said 2012. That's fucking 6 fucking
Yeah,
years.
6 fucking years.
Yep.
Yeah.
So y'all been
About
riding.
time it come out.
God damn, if it don't come out, you ain't got no choice. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
but then you want to think about it.
Then they keep harping this greatness.
Yeah, but see, I get mad at the Xbox community. Why they won't show these games? Why this game, this and this and that? Well, you give, well, the Sony guys give these motherfuckers a pass. They wait 6 years for one game. One game.
Movie at that.
Yeah, one game. We're talking about a couple of years. You know,
but they're waiting
when everybody
for Crackdown for 3, and they're crying. It's taking too long. What's going on?
But these motherfuckers waited 6 years and they ain't bitching.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on, now we bitch. I'm put this way: as an Xbox community, I'm gonna keep it a buck because I don't give 2 fucks. We bitch too much.
Yeah, too much weakness.
Yes,
we cry and complain about too fucking much. Sit there and relax. Why Microsoft ain't showing this? They need to show something. You need to show your dick to your woman and quit being fat, you fat bastard.
Oh shit!
I don't know if I'll take you to Jenny Jones or Jenny Craig.
Oh my
God! I'm saying, get your fat ass at the fucking thing. Now I said you need to do that shit. I put it this way. I'm gonna have
funny.
They need to stop listening to their pony friends.
Yeah,
they do.
All right, that's what it is.
That shit.
Well, it's kind of funny that they want gritty games and manly games, yet they're acting like the biggest, crybabies. How are you such a crybaby?
They're acting like the biggest bitches around, yo.
Right?
I try to be PC, but yeah, yeah, you said it.
That shit pisses me off.
You know what it is, dude?
That shit pisses me off when I wake up in the morning.
No, look, dude, I don't mess with these dudes. I don't mess with PlayStation guys or Nintendo guys, really, right? All I mess with is Xbox guys. So how do I know all this stuff? Right? It's because I go to Xbox places, man, and these guys is all talking PlayStation stuff. And then you know what person's feeling? I'll just be 100. Sorry, 100. I'll just take it, Tim. I'll be 100 here. You know you feel guilty about something, right? When you have to make a video telling us why you bought the other console. Have you seen that? Have you seen that? They're like, this is why I bought this console.
I know exactly what
I'm like, I don't care. I don't care, what you buy. It's your money, dude. You're a grown-ass man. Buy what you want. You don't have to explain to the rest of us unless you feel bad because you probably made a video talking trash.
Yeah.
And now people are gonna call you a hypocrite because you're talking mad trash, but now you own the console. That's the only thing I can think of. Right?
If you go get a Nintendo Switch, I give 2 fucks. If you enjoy it, I'm glad that you enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you buy. You know what I'm saying? They think that we care what people buy. I'm not going in the store. Why you buying a Nintendo Switch? You need to buy Xbox. I'm not doing that shit. I don't care what you get. I really don't care what you get at all. But the people got to understand is the console war then turned to the chaos war with the cosmic war. It ain't it's everybody going after each other now because everybody opinion. Cut that shit out. Cut that shit out. You know what I'm saying? You it's getting too, matter of fact, I put it this way, it getting too much when it fucks with me. Like, why the fuck you arguing for? And I'm one of the biggest shit talking motherfuckers on the interweb. But I'm like, why? Why are you wasting your breath?
Yep.
Phil did this. Shut the fuck up. You know what? Between the difference between me, you, and Phil, his bank account say fuck you.
Yeah.
Yo.
That's what he say. That's between difference. Let the man work. Can you do his job? If I give you his job today.
Yeah, can we wait for E3? Can we wait for E3 before we get that?
Well, that's what I was about to say.
As a matter of fact, Phil Spencer gave a speech recently, man. I'm not sure what conference it was. It might have been the game development.
It was at DICE. It was at DICE.
Yeah,
it was at DICE. And he was talking about representation in gaming. All right. What movie right now is lighting up the box office as far as representation? Black Panther. All right. And Phil was actually breaking it down as far as representation in gaming. taking risks, representing people of all colors and nationalities.
Right.
Dude, I admire that man just for that statement alone. All right? Know what I'm saying? And I'm not on strudel or anything. Know what I'm saying? I have a daughter, a granddad, and the whole nine. All right? But, dude, me just listening to what Phil was saying, I was like, wow, this is a guy that I actually am proud of to be leading the Xbox gaming community for Microsoft. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, it's a white dude. You don't need to talk about representation. He could do whatever the fuck comes out his ass, right? But yet one of the main stars of Halo 5 Guardians was black.
Right.
Ain't that about a bitch, huh?
And guess
not just
stuff,
and
man.
people want to kill him off.
Not just that he was black, dude. Not just he was black, but he was an interesting character, dude. He was a cool character.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Locke is one of my favorite Halo characters, man. Besides next to Sergeant Johnson and fucking Master Chief and Buck.
Yeah. But if you listen to it, if you actually watch Halo Nightfall, you saw he was with Oni. He ain't with Oni no more. Yeah. He turned into a full Spartan. But you know what? He still got ties and Oni. When they got the little thing, I forgot the armor, I forgot what it's called, on their arm, and they get to see, you know what I'm saying, see the battlefield. That's Oni's tech.
Yep.
And what Buck said, when the thing that was supposed to freeze Master Chief, he said, and what Buck say, where you get that from? And people, I'll put it this way, I'm a diehard Halo fan. I listen to the Lord. When
Buck
Master
said they're
Chief,
gonna hate us for this.
Yeah. And no, but I'm a diehard. When the Arbor, when you played the Harbor in Halo 2, people got mad. Now they love the Arbiter. But when you get when your ass got motherfucker, well, I didn't play enough of the Master Chief. You wasn't. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna hit to the Halo, the Xbox community, the whole gaming community. I'm gonna hit it slow to you. Chief got to go away once in a while. He gonna have to get turned over the mantle. Cortana got the new mantle now. Chief gonna have to go. He old. He getting old. He getting tired of fighting the fight. He didn't say this so many times. But then you got a diverse characters that they tried. 343 tried to make a diverse character. You had a black African American guy. I'm gonna call him black because I'm black. You know what I'm saying? Had a Hispanic one. I'm gonna call him Mexican, Puerto Rican, whatever.
Yeah, you also had a Japanese woman.
Yeah. I'm gonna call, you know what I'm saying? Then you had Buck. People don't understand. People didn't like Buck at first in the ODST, but people don't understand because they don't want to I ain't read the books. Buck demoted himself. He demoted himself. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to be the leader no more because someone out of his group died because his boys turned on him. But nobody want to hear that. But then they were like, well, why 343 won't tell? You just call read. It's called go on the interweb. You know how to read, motherfucker? You know how to think? Do something. If I don't read it, I know it's people on YouTube that can select it. They can interpret it.
People need to learn what narrative is too. While they're learning what art style is, they need to know what narrative is too. Master Chief was in the entirety of that game. He was the whole purpose of that game.
That's right.
But he wasn't in every single like scene. IGN talking shit. Continue. But
that whole story was built around him, dude.
That's right.
That's why it's frustrating to hear people like, well, the Master Chief had nothing to do with the game. I'm like, dude, the whole story is based on him. That's the frustrating part, man.
He was the driving force of the story.
Well, they wanted you to play only as him.
And what did they 343? They introduced us to Blue Team. They've never been in a Halo video game. I've read about them in the novels so many years, yo. I was just stoked that Blue Team actually made his arrival. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was already stoked by the initial cast of Locke, Buck, you know what I'm saying? Buck making his return for an ODST, you know what I'm saying? And then they actually used the actual motion capture facials for Buck, though, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And even the actress, the Japanese actress and shit, she wasn't Japanese, though. She's actually black. The one playing the Japanese, she might have been half African, American, and half Japanese, because I've seen this actress on Nashville. She fine as hell, yo. She fine as a motherfucker, yo. I can't front. And when I saw her in Halo 5 Guardians, I was like, wow, okay, that's what's up. Fuck yeah. But then when they introduced Master Chief after that first chapter, then they dive us into Master Chief and his story with Blue Team. You know what I'm saying? Kelly, Fred, Linda. I was like, oh, shit just got real. Blue Team is here. I was like, man.
But
I mean,
Collider,
there's so many things I love about that game, man. It's just on a whole
yeah,
nother level for me.
but Collider,
Now,
did
how
you
many
feel that?
people could tell
But
me
did
how
you?
memorable Killzone Shadowfield was?
Anybody know about that shit? But Collider, can I ask you this question? When
Yeah,
you played with Blue Team for the first time, right? Did you feel
yeah.
like Chief was broken?
No.
The Chief
Did you
is
feel
what,
that?
broken?
Yeah. Did you feel like he was broken? Like
Like he was
where the
torn
fuck is
up.
going? Like it's
Yeah.
like I don't have my mate with me. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
feel.
yeah, yeah, yeah. To a
Yeah,
certain extent,
he was.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because Cortana
like I
was
can
like
do the
his
job.
right-hand man.
Like I can do this job, but I'm feeling like I ain't. It
He
wasn't
feels
complete.
incomplete.
It was like I'm not. I like he said something, and then when he said I saw her, he's telling the truth. You know what? People don't understand. Chief never in Halo 4, that was the first time he disobeyed orders. When he told
Yep,
the captain, which call, he said, "Nigga, fuck
yep,
you, take your ass
exactly.
on." And what he
Yep.
do? He got back to Earth. What they said?
Because
You
old
left
dude
Chief?
wanted to take Cortana and unplug the AI. And
Yeah,
fucking, he was like, hell no. He
yeah.
went and he grabbed the thing right off from him and he was like, yo, arrest him. And even Lasky ain't want to arrest him.
No, they
Lasky was
didn't
like,
do
nah, bro.
nothing. They left him. Last he said, "Hey, I got a shit for you." You know what I'm saying? I got a
Yep,
shit for you. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
But then then that's what people understand. When he did it, old boy got demoted. They gave the shit to Lasky.
And wait a minute. And the thing is that, see, this is what pisses me off about some of the people that don't know the lore about Halo. Lasky came out in the Halo film that was shown in short snippets on Machinima. Halo Forward Until
Yeah.
Dawn. All right. And I've actually shown this to several people, even people in the PlayStation community. And they're floored by the high quality of Forward Until Dawn. They're like, wow, I don't really know much about Halo, but that's official. And then when you see Lasky actually, you know what I'm saying, betray the Admiral. That dude was an Admiral for shit. And gave Master Chief a ship, you know what I'm saying? It falls back to what happened in Forward Until Dawn. He's like, oh, damn, definitely, man. I mean, he saved Lasky's butt. You know what I'm saying?
He
He's
said,
like,
Lasky
shit.
said, I'm indebted to you, so I'm finna go against the captain want me to put you in the brig, but it ain't gonna happen. Because we ain't got nobody to fuck with you anyway. So you're gonna do what you want to do. And look at everybody on the ship. They didn't try to stop them. When you go to that ship on that mission, you go on that ship, everybody saluting you.
Yep.
They know who you are. Like, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? They know that you didn't think, but that shit puts a toll on a even though he's a machine, he's a person. That's the thing about it. He don't have Cortana. The personality is coming out of him. He don't know how to control himself. He can control.
That's the respect they have for him.
Yeah, they like, you go do that. I'm with you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And then, like you said with Buck's like, if we do this shit, motherfuckers don't hate us. He said, I didn't. Yeah. Shit, you think I don't know about this shit?
That was like the best line in that quote.
Yeah, like, you think I want to do this shit? But thing about this, I think Locke realized about orders too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to go bypass orders. And people talk about the fight scene. It was dull. And this, your life is dull.
That shit was dope, man. Shit was dope.
Oh, man.
Fucking
dude,
life
I even used the cutscenes from that shit to make a video back in the day, man. That shit was dope. That was epic, man. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Chief is in a Mark II Spartan. You know what I'm saying? And Locke, he's in a Mark III. All right. So they ain't actually necessarily go through the same Spartan program that Chief did, because Chief did it since he was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? They had to recruited these 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds and whatnot to become part of the Spartan program. And he ended up getting the Mark II armor. That's why he's more bigger and bulky and whatnot. But Spartan
what's called Chief is a Spartan 2. Locke is
that's
a
what I'm
Spartan
saying.
4. Locke is Spartan 4.
That's right, because the Spartan 3s are smaller. Spartan 3 is smaller. True that.
Can I intervene real quick?
Mark 4.
Can I intervene real quick? I'm sorry. I gotta actually step out because I have to go get something. I forgot the store, and my wifey just looked at me like, "Hey, we gotta go." So listen, I'm gonna get out of here, but real quick, I keep it 100. Wifey call, I gotta do what I gotta do. I love my pussy. I'm not a fucking faggot. So listen,
I heard that in the back.
Listen,
racist.
Yeah, I'm racist. Listen, one thing I wanted to bring up real quick, so I hope you guys can bring it up so I hear you guys while you're talking in the podcast about the enhanced games, because I tried out the Crackdown and Witcher 2 And I think it was I saw Fable and Forza, and they look fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal. They look so crisp and clean to be target. So talk about that if you can, and then also don't forget now we got Vanquish. That shit is powerful. It's super hype, and it's a game you gotta play in backwards compat. Please.
Thanks
So love you
for
guys.
letting me know that.
Yeah, love you guys. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like I said, duty calls, lady calls. She's the boss. I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'll see you guys in a few, right?
All right,
man.
all right.
All right, man.
Peace.
All right,
Have a good night.
So I'm glad he brought that up, man. Vanquish actually came out on backwards compatibility, and that game was amazing last generation. And not just how amazing Vanquish was by Platinum Games, people, mind you, know what I'm saying? But what he said about the OG games and whatnot, 360 games like Fable, with 4 times the resolution, all right, running in 4K on the Xbox One X, Crackdown, 4 times the resolution running on the Xbox One X. Now, let's go with you, Triple Cup. What are your thoughts on like Vanquish and on Back Compat and all these games that's even though they're older games, we're still taking them with us, right? We're not abandoning them, you know what I'm saying? But they're not being resold to us as remasters. What are your thoughts about this, Triple Cup?
He gone.
And Triple Cup ain't here. So let's go with you, Jay. Let's go with you, Kano. What are your thoughts on all this, man? Because I know you got an X.
What I think about the resolution and stuff.
Resolution, Vanquish, Back Compat, the whole 9.
Honestly, man, it's actually the best thing since sliced bread. You feel me? Last time I played Vanquish was, dang, the day when it came out, man. And when you look at it now, man, graphically it looks gorgeous, man. In the words of Bobby Rowe, the game is glorious. But all in all, though, with all these new games like Crackdown, I'm going to dive back into the first Crackdown, man, before I get adjusted back to Crackdown 3 when that drops. From what I've seen, bruh, it's breathtaking, man. Even with the cell shade, you know what I'm saying? And then they bring the frames per second for a second, how quick it is, man. It's on point. So yeah, go pick the game up, go play it if you haven't played it, and haters just hate, keep hating. You did $20.
Word up, man. That well said, man. Yo, J Long, man, what are your thoughts about this? Did you get to try out any of these games? And what have you ever played Vanquish as well?
I tried out Crackdown. I don't have Anniversary. I have Witcher 2. I haven't tried that, and I have not tried Horizon 1.
Oh, that's right. Even Witcher 2 got the Xbox One X treatment. Wow.
And that's another underrated 360 exclusive that no one talks about.
Oh my God!
Everyone talked about Witcher 3, but no one talked about Witcher 1. But anyways, Crackdown 1, I couldn't see a single Jaggy. And they also added a feature that you could switch back and forth between old school mode and 4K mode. Wow. And I saw the horrendousness that was the regular 360 mode. I'm like, God damn, I can never go back. It is crazy. Shit. People are saying it looks better than 3. I say those people need to stop and get their eyes checked because it looks clean as hell, but it does not have the graphical fidelity of Part 3. But it does look great nonetheless. And it's a great feature. Skate 3 looked crazy from what I played. I definitely got to check out Horizon 1 because I heard it actually looks better than Horizon 2 with this patch. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. I was seeing that shit. Even Digital Foundry did a video on how amazing it looks.
And as far as Vanquish goes, that's a game I've had for 2 years, but I've been waiting for it to go back and pack. So now's the perfect time to play. The time has come. And I'm excited for that, man. So whenever I get my time, I didn't have too much time this week, but I'm definitely gonna get to be playing that, man. I'm looking forward to that.
All right, definitely. Yo, Sega, have you had a chance to play any of these games? And what are your thoughts on this? This feature, you know what I'm saying, on the Xbox One X, where we actually basically take our games with us, you know what I'm saying? Even if there is an Xbox One X2 or Xbox One 2 or Xbox 2, whatever. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I can't speak to those games specifically, but I can speak to the backwards compatibility and all the enhanced stuff because I do have a 4K television and it's a budget 4K and the games look amazing. So it tells me a couple things and this is what I really like. This is why I'm willing to give Phil the benefit of the doubt because he hasn't really, everything he's promised for the last 3 years, he's pretty much delivered on. Even though some people didn't like the speech that he gave at DICE, whatever, I'll wait till E3 to make the judgment about the games. But I can tell you right now, dude, that he's been delivering. And then Microsoft's been delivering, man, and they're taking this stuff seriously. Because I have like Overwatch that my kids play. I also got Fortnite because they wanted to play that as well. And you can see the difference in the enhanced version of the games. I mean, it looks really good. And like I said, I have a budget television. So Microsoft just bypassed everything. You don't have to worry about what TV you're going to get as long as it has the capabilities. Whatever you play it on, the game's going to look good. Because I have 1080p TVs as well. And my kids, man, my kids see the difference in the games. Not me as an Xbox guy. It's my kids who don't pay attention to this kind of stuff. They can see the difference, how better everything looks and how it plays.
Well, yeah, definitely.
So it's for real, man, and I'm really glad because this is what they've been talking about. This is what they've been promising. And the biggest thing I love about all of this stuff is that it just shut people up, right? Because everybody said if Microsoft would get better resolution, if only it was 1080p, we would buy a console. Well, it's 4K. And so where you guys at? It's 4K, so where you guys at? We all know that they were just full of trash. So it's good that Microsoft did it because now it can shut these people up because you don't hear people talking about it anymore. That's the thing I like the most about all this stuff.
I want to know why they don't talk longer talking about that narrative because it completely skull dragged the PS4 Pro through the streets.
No, like, look, dude, if E3 happens, dude, and they get the last thing that people bitch about with the Xbox, the last thing that they can complain about is the games or lack of games in their opinion. Dude, in their opinion, because we don't believe that. I definitely don't, dude. I don't have time to play the games I have, dude. I'm playing a game right now to catch up just while I'm talking to you guys.
Dude, that's how bad. Dude, I can imagine, dude. I've been playing the hell out of Monster Hunter World since it launched. All right, and I've been itching to pull the trigger on the new one, man, on Sword Art Online, Fatal Bullet. You know what I'm saying? I look at the videos every day, yo. That shit just it keeps calling to me. It's like, yo, Collider. You know what I'm saying? But and I'm itching to pull the trigger, man. But I'm having so much fun with Monster Hunter World, man. And then the beta comes out for Sea of Thieves. And I'm telling myself, like, nah, I don't want to play Sea of Thieves. I'm playing Monster Hunter World. I was like, but I got to check that shit out, though. I got to check it out. And I checked that shit out today, and I lost an entire day, people. All right? That's how amazing it was. All right. And this is from a console that has no games, man. I mean, dude, there's just so many games in my backlog is retarded. But let's go with you, 100. You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts on, you know what I'm saying, on how more games are coming on backwards compatibility? Japanese games, to boot, you know what I'm saying? Because this is Vanquish, my platinum games, the ones that put Nier Automata out. And as far as like the compatibility for the Xbox One X enhanced games.
I put it this way, like some games, like I give it to Chuck. Some games is new to me. I never played Vanquish. I'm finna buy this shit right now.
Yo, that shit is some next level shit, bro.
Right? Yeah.
See, awesome. Like I told you, I love women, Xbox games. You know what I'm saying? That's too. But goddamn, I'm so tired of spending money, man. This hobby shit is not. That's not a hobby. This shit is rough.
Yep, it's an addiction.
It's rough. You know what I'm saying? So my issue with everything is it might be new to someone else. Like Crackdown, I had it, but I never even had the time to play it. And I'm back catalog. Like, man, I look at my catalog sometimes like what I'm gonna play today. Especially when I got some downtime, like, ooh, do I want to play this, but this is gonna take my life away? Or do I want to play this? But people gotta understand this shit. We don't have to get PlayStation now to play these games. You can go to games, you know what I'm saying? GameStop with their fraudulent ads, they might have a sale for $3. Get the game, throw it in your disc, and let it burn. Yep. Do like Ursula, let it burn. Burn it on your hard drive and let it go. We have options. Gaming community. The gaming, don't give us options at all. Sometimes we want to play the mobile game. When I play Alex Kidd, I ain't played Alex Kidd in so long. When I got it and it was in Game Pass, and I said, "Oh my God, I remember Alex Kidd." To me, it brought back memories. To me, I played Outrun, brought back memories. Goons and Ghosts. That's one of the hardest fucking games to beat. I just played it just to play it.
Yep.
I play this to play because I just want to just feel the funk. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whoa. But they say, well, we don't want to play old games, but we get to play our old games for free. Unless if you do want to buy it, you can buy it.
Yeah.
You got options. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of you guys say we don't have no games. I might make a video on I might make a video on Monday. It's so many exclusive Xbox games that no one talk about, and they're pretty good games. They ain't AAA or double A titles, but I consider some of y'all Noonie Coonies, Woody Woonies, and all that. They ain't no AAA titles either. Let's go pound for pound with it. I'm thinking about making pound for pound. Like, seeing that got might make a new shit, man. See, you know what? I'm thinking too much. I'm acting like my old lady. I'm getting out of it. But I'm thinking about doing like a crash come. Let's check out Joe motherfucking double A's or R double A's. Triple A's or R triple A's. And who buys them and who enjoys them. But
Hey, what's good? I'm back.
Oh shit, Chuck back. Chuck Master's back.
Okay.
Chuck Master's back.
I was having some technical difficulties. I was like, man, damn. I'm
Cause you over there in that goddamn bayou. I told you put it out to that Jew joint that you was at, man. I told you that. Man, you got me some ghetto champagne?
Man, yeah, Bella. We all the way up, LeBeau.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, good shit. All right, so once 100 is done, we're gonna go with you, Chuck, and I'm gonna let you know the question that I asked.
No, go on, let Chuck go.
All right, well, Chuck. Well, I'm glad 100 pointed it out, though. They actually put Vanquish out on backwards compatibility. You know what I'm saying? A Japanese game. It's a boot. You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't like Japanese games, right? That's actually a myth. That's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Created by the ponies, by the fanboys. You know what I'm saying? Because we got crazy Japanese games on the Xbox platform as it is. All right. And Dragon Ball Fighter Z, that's another game that's just fucking lighting up the charts on Xbox. Well, this Monster Hunter World. You know what I'm saying? But we got Vanquish coming out by Platinum Games. You know what I'm saying? The ones that did Nier Automata. You know what I'm saying? And this comes out on back compat as well as a whole bunch of Xbox One X enhanced games. So basically, we're taking our games with us no matter what console we own. All right? Which is a plus. Right. I mean, they've talked about enhanced versions for Forza Horizon, the first one, enhanced versions for Fable, enhanced versions for Crackdown, which J-Long actually played and attested that it looks freaking phenomenal. All right. And of course, the enhanced version of the Xbox 360 exclusive, The Witcher 2. All right. You know what I'm saying? And The Witcher 2 looked amazing on the 360, bro. All right. But now you got an Xbox One X enhanced version of that shit. What are your thoughts?
I mean, my thoughts about the whole backwards compatible is amazing. That for first and foremost, we have big ass backlogs. We don't beat every game every time, all the time. So you know what I'm saying? There's only 24 hours in a day. So it'd be some games you might have started playing, enjoyed it, but never got a chance to finish it. And now they've got the new generation with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. It's good to know that you can go back and finish the games that you haven't finished yet, if it's certain games that you haven't finished, or a game that you want to just revisit. Because they have a lot of people that like to revisit.
Or actually try it out for the first time, like in 100's case. He never played Vanquish.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's good for people like that, you know what I'm saying? There's no harm, no foul in this whole situation. Because if you already own the game, you could just play the game. And if you never own the game, then you can still the same thing. You got to go. You purchase the game. Now you have the game, and now you're able to play the game on the new systems. So it's a good thing. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I mean, even with Game Pass, it's not even like Game Pass. See, Game Pass is a monthly service, but this is just pretty much if you have a game, you can play the game. If you would like to play the game, now you have the opportunity to play the game. So that's why I think about the whole backwards compatibility situation. And you know what I'm saying? And with Sonic, with the ponies, all the stuff that they doing, they reaching. I mean, it's a shame when a person or a company is in the lead and they still have to reach, because they lead don't hold no weight. It's like how Bone say, it's smoke and mirrors. It's bullshit. It don't matter. It really don't exist. It's non-existence. It's crazy. I mean, I ain't trying to just sit there and just run it marathon or nothing like that because I really can get into it and I go into depth about the situation, but I want to hear what everybody
Yeah,
else
I
has
feel
to say.
you.
I know I just got in.
Nah, no doubt, no doubt. And what are your thoughts on the Xbox One X games that are being enhanced?
Oh man, they make you kind of like revisit it, and some of it is fan stuff. So I do like the X games being enhanced. Like when let's say if you go play Quantum Break or Tomb Raider, you might have beat the game, but you want to go check out the enhanced stuff. But you could be a person like me. Once I beat the game, I seen the story, I'm gonna move on. But if you haven't played it, you be able to play that is full potential. So that's actually a good thing. And sometimes it give you a incentive of going back and play the game. So when they do an X enhanced game, I'm always down for that. You know what I'm saying? The better, the more, the better. So I'm not tripping on it, and I don't really have too much depth to say about it. But the whole fact of if you got an enhanced game, you know what I'm saying? What's the downside of it? It's nothing that you can say that's down. You could say about it. It's
No,
always
I
good
know.
to have.
That's what I call fan service. That's what I call for the
Right.
gamers, right? For the gamers and whatnot. And not only that, but even these old enhanced games are coming out with 4 times the resolution than the majority of the games on the PlayStation 4 Pro. A half step, people. I've said it several times before. These
Right.
are facts. All right. This ain't smoke and mirrors bullshit. These are fucking facts, people. All right. Now, I'm about to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we all about to
'Cause
get out of here.
Yeah.
'Cause I want to jump on that Sea of Thieves. But before we go, you know what I'm saying? I want people to give their final thoughts and then let people know where they could reach you at. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is y'all want to talk about, whatever y'all want to bring to the table, let's start off with Mr. Intro Media himself, 100.
What's up with y'all? Y'all know you already know who I am. I'm the Notorious 100. Everybody love to hate. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here, saying in these gaming streets, so always giving it up because I'll get 2 fucks. But Xbox After Dark in about like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear what we really do talk about on Xbox Live. And we don't talk about none of y'all bum asses. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about no bonds. If we do talk about it, we gonna do you bad. We gonna do you real bad. Then we gonna get real rated R. We gonna tell you how we gonna fuck your moms and all that type of shit. That's how we do it. But Sea of Thieves is tonight. So, anybody want to join in, want to kick in, man, party be open. Everybody want to, hang out. That's what it's gonna go down. Uh, my Lakers is looking like they might try to beat these motherfucking San Antonio Spurs for 5 in a row and let the Roosters crow. Hey, I'm happy tonight. Let's go do it. Everybody, check out everything on Intro Media, man. We gone.
All right, good shit, yo. Now, Kano, know what I'm saying? Give your outros, and if you want to bring anything to the table, you can. And I think you got something to bring to the table, though, because you got something special going on Monday, don't you?
Oh yeah, man. What is it that we about to come? Oh yeah, the Gamer Section podcast is back officially this Monday, man. We about to get real dirty about what we're gonna be talking about. You heard me? And shout out to Scarecrow Studios. They, I had an interview with them, today. It was a good situation. You feel what I'm talking about? Got some more interviews coming up. You dig? Check me on the Vibration Podcast Thursday and check me back here on the Direct X show. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we do it, we get it popping, we get raw, uncut, pure, and I touch with it. You heard me? And follow me on Twitter, Real Young Kano. Facebook, Real Young Kano. Everywhere, Real Young Kano. You already know what it is. You dig? Be easy.
That's what's up, man. Now, Sega Forever, you know what I'm saying? Let people know where they can reach you at and any things that you actually want to bring to the table.
Yeah, sorry guys, I've been gone, man. It's been really busy. Good to be here with the crew. Keeping it always, Xbox. And if you guys mess with me, you guys mess with my channel, which is Xbox All In. That's what we do. We Xbox all the time, 24/7, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. That's how it is.
Well said. Now, yo, J Long, actually give your outros and bring anything to the table that you want to bring and let people know where they can reach you at.
Yeah, reach me on Twitter, YouTube, JLong908. I'll make a video when something hits me. Not That's not very frequent though. So, but you could check me out here on this podcast. You could also check me out on the gamer section and on intromedia.com. And one message I gotta bring up is you so-called Xbox gamers and you haters, why y'all talking about controllers when Sea of Thieves is right around the corner? Talk about the games. Keep asking about games. The games are there, yet you want to talk about controllers for some reason. I don't get that. I don't get that. Switch your focus. Stop bullshitting the community and misleading people. That's all I gotta say.
Well
Nice.
said, Joe. Well said, man. And the mastermind behind the Heroic Vibrations podcast, Mr. Triple Cup Chuck. Let people know where they could reach you at.
Ah,
And any final thoughts that you want to bring to the table?
yeah, man, you can rip me at Triple Cup Chuck, Triple Cup one word, then Chuck. But final thoughts, I want to say this here because I know that I'm not the only person in the world, right? I cannot be the only person in the world that did not know that you could actually get into a party chat on your cell phone. Now, they have people that know this. They have not been spreading the news around enough. No, they have not. They have not been spreading this news around enough. So half of my people don't know about this here. So I'm new to this here. So I know they have a lot of other people that probably never knew that you could be on your phone on the
Yep.
Xbox and be in a party chat. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's a dream come true because sometimes I might be in a party chat and there's a good conversation going on, and I got to go to the store or something for my old lady or, you know what I'm saying, for the kids or what, situations might occur. But I could be able to do that now and still be in a party and still keep the conversation going, whatever's going on. Because we don't just be talking about games. I mean, we grown men. We talk about grown men stuff. We talk about real life stuff. It might be some comedy. It might be some funny stuff. Somebody might be needing, anything. So, you know what I'm saying? Those type of things, those simple things that people overlook and don't give enough acknowledgement to. I just wanted to take that moment to say that instead of just giving my outro. But you can find me on the Vibration Podcast, Kano and K Mega Podcast, and on this podcast. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to let that be known about Xbox Live Party Chat on the phone. Let's go.
That's what's up, man. And
Crazy
me,
features.
everybody. Yo, good shit. Well said, man. As for me, y'all can find me on the Heroic Vibrations podcast as well, on the Gaming Section podcast, of course here on DirectX minus the fraud, as well as one of the newest members of the GRG podcast. All right, shout outs to GRG and K Mega, yo. All
Oh
right,
shit.
they
Yeah.
made me
That's
part of the
what's up.
fam now, bro. Now that's some good
Represent,
shit. You
dude.
know what I'm saying?
Represent.
Yeah. No, dude, I'm mad excited, yo, man. I got some lyrics to spit when I get on. I'm actually gonna be representing. As for me, y'all can reach me at Kaleidoscope on Xbox Live, Kaleidoscope on YouTube, and on Twitter at DirectX minus duh. All right. And just to let people know, in these YouTube streets, y'all need to keep it real, man, and stop that fugazi shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to stop with that shit. In the words of real young Kane, and we out this bitch.
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I gotta go watch the fight.